Hello,
How
Bod.
you doing? How you doing?
Hi,
Hey,
Bod.
everybody.
Hi, Bod.
It's been a bit, and yeah, as you can see, we're in jail, and yep, it's really unfortunate. It's because
Me?
me, yeah, I include you guys. I could put you in jail, but no one would be able to read your
We're just
names
visiting.
anymore. Like,
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
Is this your one phone call?
yes, this is my one phone call. From
Help.
Titty Statue
Racking
Prison.
up the minutes.
Yeah, we're really
It's a
good.
3-hour-long phone call
it
to
would-
discuss Umineko from jail.
It would be extremely
unlimited
funny
dancing.
if we should have thought about that beforehand. I should have had the your call has been going on for 5 minutes, and then every few minutes, and then yeah, and then I could do, where is it? Hold on, I've got this. Where is it? Yeah, we could kind of talk like this, hey, so here's what I think about your call has been going on for 10 minutes. That'd be kind of funny. I think that'd be funny. Anyway, also, yeah, it's kind of echoey in here. So anyway,
Oh no.
I'm having fun with my soundboard. I've been having fun with it for ever since I got it, for all the years I've had it.
Good,
All right,
that's what it's there for.
it's true. It's true. So we're talking Umineko, y'all. It's the major reason why I've been thrown in jail. And we are talking episode 4. We are talking chapters 9 through 16. And without further ado, I think we should go ahead and just jump right into it. And Jan, did you want to go ahead and read your outlines that you have here for all
Sure.
the chapters?
Mm-hmm. And just to clarify, as always, I do not consider the prologue to be chapter 0. I'm saying this is the 9th chapter in it. So other sources might consider this a different number, 8 through 15, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. This is the 9th through the 16th sequentially.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, just gonna jump right in there.
Sure.
Gonna have to lose a little bit of detail here, just as always. There's a lot going on here. Okay. So, Andre tries to make the Stakes Killer school bullies, then denies them all when they can't. Rosa tears Sakataro apart after their situation is outed to the welfare officer. Andre revives Sakataro in 1998. Kinzo kills half the parents and dumps the others in a dungeon via some magic holes. Madia, all caps, kills Rosa repeatedly. Shannon and Canon speculate about their roles in the dungeon. Anjay investigates the relatives of victims in 1998 and learns about a strange bank vault. And then the cousins, they're gonna get tested.
It's true. That's where we ended. Oh yeah, and you don't. I noticed you don't have Gap in here. It's an interesting exclusion.
Oh yeah, some hot topic bitch. I love her.
Sideboob.girl has entered the chat.
She got nothing on under there. It's crazy.
Wild.
Side boob,
I actually.
side chest, side butt. Yeah, the whole side leg. Yeah, whatever fetish you got, she's
Side
got the side
thigh.
version of it.
Yeah. There's a gap in her outfit.
Yeah. Oh.
I actually have the entry on Gap in the Lesser Key of Solomon if we want to read that real quick.
Sure.
Alright. 33. Gap. The 33rd spirit is Gap. He is a great president and a mighty prince. He appeareth when the sun is in some of the southern signs in a human shape, before going before 4 great and mighty kings, as if he were a guide to conduct them along their way. His office is to make men insensible or ignorant, as also in philosophy to make them knowing, and in the liberal sciences. He can cause love or hatred, also he can teach thee to consecrate those things that belong to the dominion of Amayaman, his king. He can deliver familiars out of the custody of other magicians, and answereth truly and perfectly of things past, present, and to come. He can carry and recarry men very speedily from one kingdom to another, at the will and pleasure of the exorcist. He ruleth over 66 legions of spirits, and he was of the order of potentiates. His seal is to be made and to be worn, as aforesaid, yada yada yada.
The whole past, future, present thing, that's extremely fucking rote. So many of them fucking do that. I love that for
Yes,
them.
yes, I also really love it. He can make men insensible, but also teach them philosophy, I guess.
Yeah.
Every-
That's
Who
all.
among
Like, it's
us?
really useful. It's really useful. Of course, you want that, but it's like a lot of them do that.
Yeah.
Every demon has like some liberal arts degree.
Uh-huh.
It's great.
Like,
As a
Oh,
this
liberal
dude
arts
can
degree haver.
teleport you.
I like
He can
it.
tell
Yeah.
you the future. He'll steal for you. Can make people fall in love. Make them take their clothes off. It's great. It's a leopard.
Forbid men have hobbies nowadays.
All right. So Olo, did you want to? We can go ahead and talk about this. Your topic first, if you wanted to go ahead and go ahead and talk about it.
Sure. Let's see. Stretch. My topic is when prayers go unanswered. I was thinking about this a lot, especially with our first chapter here.
Mhm.
The stakes not killing the bullies, as well as Sakutaro's like inability to protect Maria in the situation of the social worker being there is like analogous to a coping mechanism / delusion / a belief just like failing. And this I think a lot about like the powerlessness of magic. Like we see how powerful magic is, and like we're always told about it in Umineko, and in like I hang out with like a lot of goth bitches, so I'm around a lot of magic, like for reals. But I am always thinking about like the powerlessness of magic. I'm thinking about like the use of magic and witchcraft in our world, like our real world, like Etsy witches, curio vendors. There's at least one witchcraft shop in my town. There might be two. At any time there's like a monthly event, there's at least like 4 people selling crystals. But as far as like the failing of magic in these high stress moments, we have Anjay's reaction, which is just rejecting magic outright, versus Maria's reaction of like digging her heels in. Because this is after Sakutaro is torn apart, this is like when she goes to Bieto and is like, I need you to teach me the magic of how to fucking kill my mom. Which like understandable, but it's also like, oh, this is when she starts like really committing to it.
Yeah.
Harder than before. And I think a lot about like,
Do you think she does
my
that
own
every?
relationship.
Sorry to cut you off. Do you think she does that every like episode? Like because she starts talking very differently at a certain point. And I think
like-
that lined up in this episode when she started getting creepy.
I think
Yeah. Definitely
I think
feels
the
like
key-
she takes the turn after this.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that, I mean, I'm very confused about how the whole, multiple fragments, multiple timelines, multiple game boards thing is going to end up really working. But my understanding was just like, no, Sakutaro and Rosa killing Sakutaro is part of the backstory of all 4
Right.
of
Yeah.
game boards.
And that's
that
what I
we've
would
seen.
assume. What I'm trying to talk about is like the specificity of when she starts going like, what does she say? Like, you know, the yeah, perfect.
Yeah, her creepy laugh.
Yeah, and
Thank
she
you.
starts. Yeah, she starts getting. There's a certain point in every chapter or every episode where she just gets like the creepiness like exponentially increases. It's
Yeah, she goes from just like, oh yeah, witches, magic, friends, ooh, to fucking, oh you fucking idiot, you fucking moron, this is the 7th circle of Lambetta, don't you know anything about the Celts, what's wrong with you? And I'm pretty sure at no point is she like that prior to Sakutaro being killed.
either that or she was like hiding it pretty well. But
I
Maria
feel-
doesn't seem like a person who can hide stuff particularly well.
I feel like for those who like have been, for those maybe like me, when I read this, I read this like 15 years ago. This is the episode that explains, okay, so, like, we know Maria can be really creepy. Here's why she's like that. And we go, oh, okay, understandable.
Yeah.
Because, it's a real fucking trauma that rose, and we can talk about it later, which is like Maria and motherhood. But it's just, this really does go a long way of explaining why Maria went from this sort of fanciful idea of witches the same way, like almost the same way that like some girls would think of like princesses is how she thought of witches, to something that's actually like, dark and steeped in the occult with rituals that are very, very unpleasant and ominous.
Yeah, and that's why I like all those topics so much, is because NJ and Maria having completely different like sort of reactions to like, oh, this magic isn't, it's not able to help me in the moment. And with Maria going like, okay, I'm not doing something right, or I need to dig deeper into it and use it to kill my mother, versus, NJ, who's just like, for me, that would be my reaction, where it's just like, okay, you can't help me, fuck this then, like, get out of my life. And go ahead.
That moment in particular felt very familiar to me as born and raised, now currently ex-Catholic. So it's that thing of like, it is like when your prayer, when you're just like desperate, when you just need something that is a miracle at the moment to happen. You need something to happen. You need someone to hear you and help you, and it doesn't happen.
Yeah,
like that is like something that I feel very. It made me think about my own little like very half-hearted like crystal phase, where like the whole time I was doing it, like the whole time I was telling myself like, I don't really believe any of this is going to happen. This is all for fun. Like, I'll get my palm read. I'll get like my tarot, get a tarot reading. I'm doing this for fun. And it was mostly for fun, but it was also a thing of like, but what if it works? What if I actually do get some sort of knowledge? What if we'll actually fix the problems I'm having? What if this will actually be the thing that works? That's always the thing with like a lot of this, like a lot of the magic and period. Like when I say magic, I'm mainly talking about like magic in our world, like the magic shops and shit.
Yeah.
And that's what a lot of that feels like, where it's like, it is more or less harmless, especially like I think a lot of people engage with it in like a very harmless or like just for fun kind of thing. And like it's nice having like, a shiny rock or like a funny smelling stick in your house, or it's like, oh, I'm just doing this to like kind of my intentions in order, my thoughts in order, or it's like, oh, I don't think it's gonna work, but it's not gonna hurt if I do this, with a lot of like charms and stuff. But it is also that feeling of like, this isn't gonna work. Deep down, like, this doesn't work. This doesn't happen. These spells are not gonna come of anything. Like, nothing's gonna happen here. But I'm doing it anyway because like maybe that miracle, that one in like a trillion chance that it just happens.
Whoa, watch out. You sound like Kinzo over there.
Yeah, that door that will open in like one in, I'm getting the number, I want to say quadrillion. One in quadrillion odds, yeah. Maybe the door will open.
I do have a question about that door, but I
got a question about that door. Hey,
I got a question about that door. No,
I've added this question about my door to my quest logs.
No, but yeah, for me, I mean, like, speaking as someone who has had like that moment of like, oh, God's not helping me out here. I'm not. It didn't really. I feel so fucking bad for NJ, man. I feel so fucking bad for her.
Her and Maria,
yeah.
That scene in the classroom was like particularly tragic to me because she had so much fun with these stakes and Sakutaro and everything, and she just needed to have the what's the word for breaking stuff to feel better?
Catharsis.
Catharsis, yeah.
Of destroying something that's good, and she wound up, she wasn't able to access her favorite coping mechanism for a little while. That's really sad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I have a lot of thoughts about that scene, and I don't know, because we all talk about because it's impossible, right? It's impossible that, like, when Rudolph, Kirei, and Hideyoshi are fighting the stakes in the manor, that those stakes would have the same personalities, generally speaking, that NJ is imagining them of, right? Like, something has to be real, even if it's like magic in like the sense of like communal traditions being passed on even through great stretches of time, and people who didn't really know them or interact. I don't know what's happening in
not
this fucking book
necessarily
anymore.
The thing that I picked up on, maybe possibly might be something that's going on here, is I think NJ is reading I think there's a lot in Maria's journal, and I think that she might have picked up on some of that stuff, because it's the same thing with Sakataro, where it's like, okay, she would have no idea about Sakataro, but because because Maria wrote about him so much, she's able to sort of conjure a mental understanding of him and Maria as well.
Right.
So I think that's just one of those things that is being delightfully left out, so that we are coming to our own sort of like conclusions on, it must be real, but really it's just
Yeah, I actually I will say that is part of my topic, and we can maybe get to that, like the meat of my thing later, but I just wanted to say that I have thoughts about that, and I'm interested in hearing what you people have to say about that.
Sure. Yeah.
Sure, hit me.
Well, Olo, did you want to talk more about this, or do you think we covered it?
I think that's basically everything. Like, I said everything that I wanted to say, and it's just like I've been thinking about it since we got to that chapter.
Yeah.
And at Maria's chapter, like back to back, it's like, okay, I feel like I'm picking up the threads here.
Yeah. No, you're absolutely right. Now thinking back, that's 1000% what I think that's what Ryukishi's going for with those scenes. And having them be so close together too is very powerful. And man, it also sucks knowing that Maria's like gone, and having all of that shit happen to her, and and then all that's left of her is her fucking jaw. Which, she could still be alive, guys. She could. It's possible. People live without jaws.
Dental records could be faked.
That's true. That could have been someone else's jaw. You don't know. Anyway, don't ask me why I'm in jail. All right. All right. Was Purpley? Was that? Did you want to?
Yeah. I mean, if we want to get into it now, we could.
Sure. I feel like it makes sense.
All right. Give me a second here. There we are. Okay. So my topic is about summoning in magic, textually and thematically. So we've seen Beatrice, Kinzo, Maria, and Anji summon supernatural entities so far, and I have a couple questions about that. Number one is, from the context in which they've been summoned, what do you think it means to summon something? Like, what I mean by that is, what does it mean both in the fiction of the story, right? Like, what does it mean that someone is summoning something up? Like, what do you think is literally happening there? And then also, what do you think it means as, like, something thematic, right? Like, why do you think Ryukishi is doing this within the story? Like, what does it do for it thematically?
Did someone else want to take this first? I can also take it, but if any new Uminekos want to jump in.
I mean, I can see it as kind of the imaginary friend theory is probably the easiest to reach for, and they're all kind of, well, we may need to split it a little between Maria and Anjay versus Beatrice and Kinzo, because in Maria and Anjay's case, they're pretty clearly on the imaginary side of things, where their other concepts and personalities that they can interrogate as people, that they can interact with as people, with Anjay having a dialogue with greed in particular being a highlight. The other side of the coin is Beatrice and Kinzo, where Beatrice and Kinzo call servants that have an effect in the real world. The servants go out, their furniture goes out and kills people for them, and I think that might be an envisioning of having servants who are in on the plot.
You mean like collaborators?
Right. Yeah. I had in previous episodes we made the connection between Virgilia and Kumasawa, and we've also seen a connection between Genji and Ronove, and this is the second timeline in which we've seen Genji get killed, and Ronove kind of steps up at the same time at which Genji dies.
Yeah.
So that seems very much like the stoic Genji that everybody on the island is familiar with steps aside to whatever personality's been lying in wait for Kinzo to give the go code.
I think that
I guess
as well as having specific servants in on it, I think that also like the Stakes and the Chester sisters are kind of a way of establishing, okay, Kinzo or Beatrice or or Ava, whoever's summoning that, they are doing something that they have no way of doing otherwise, or no way that we know that they could have done it otherwise. So, whatever demon can go through locked doors to make the impossible locked room. Obviously, there has to be like some mundane trick behind it, but we are being presented with, no, they didn't have the Winchester rifles. They obviously summoned these magical archer bunnies.
When you put it like that, it sounds so plausible. So
I do want to say real quick, I know my last theory about the Chesterfield sisters was pretty wild, but this one I do feel really confident in, is that the leader being 00 is a direct reference to a roulette wheel, because 00 is where everyone loses.
Oh, that's interesting. I thought it was a reference to Evangelion. Yeah.
Fun fact, a lot of casinos have added a 000 to make it so that to increase their profit margins, and people are mad about it.
Cool. They're mad about...
How would that account for the other two?
Wait, they're mad about...
Well, no, they're
mad about the house making money? That's crazy.
They're mad about the house increasing the odds that the house will make money. The enshittification of Las Vegas, if you would.
The enshittification of shit.
Hey, yeah, no, Las Vegas has always been shit.
Hey, come on.
Well, look.
I like to call it lost wages.
Gambling. Oh, yeah. That's so good.
It's a reference to...
Can he say that? Is that allowed?
Is that allowed? It's a reference to... shout out to all the Frisky Dingo watchers out there. Anyway. Ant Farm Keyboard.
Shout out to Show Business Kids, Steely Dan listeners.
So, go ahead. Go ahead.
As I say, it sounded like, Pat, you had something you wanted to say? Did I see the name pop up right?
Me, sir?
Yeah, I thought that's who I saw like saying something.
Yeah. Like on a topic earlier about like summoning, like I guess the servants or like collaborators and stuff. Like, do you think when like Genji died and then like Runaway started appearing in like the meta world to, I guess, assist with Beatrice and Kinzo and all that stuff? Do you think that Genji actually died in the real world, or is that more of like a metaphorical death of like a persona type of thing?
I was proposing it as death of a persona because if Genji persona is getting taken over by Ronove, then in the natural interpretation, the non-magical interpretation, he can't die and get back up. That's obviously the magical interpretation.
I think that it might be different in different episodes, like when Ronove first showed up, maybe Genji actually did die, and some of the impossible tricks are being explained by this extra demon who happens to line up a lot with Genji.
See, Barbasol, is this a Life of Pi situation? I don't think so. What I think is happening is I think there's in terms of what is happening when, in my opinion, what's happening when these supernatural entities are being summoned, I think there's something happening with, okay, follow me on this one. I think there's something happening with the idea of storytelling. I think that based on what I've seen and what like the way that characters are sort of unraveling in certain chapters and not in like other chapters and like the post chapters and stuff, and like the what is it, 1998? Is that or is it what's the date for?
Yeah, I think it's 1986.
1996. Okay. Okay, so follow me on this one. I think the events of the first episode are closest to reality, and I think that what's happening is that every subsequent episode has been that story sort of retold, and it's getting more and more outrageous. It's getting crazier and crazier. Like even in this episode, at this moment, we have Kyrie being like, "What the fuck is going on?" Like I have no idea what's happening. Like did that dude just disappear? Did they? How did we fall? Like I'm so confused. And I
Sorry to cut you off. There's an explicit moment where the narration is just like, Kirei thought it would probably be best. A large part of Kirei just wanted to like stop thinking and just stop thinking that any of what she was seeing actually mattered. And it's like, yeah, I feel that way. I feel like, oh, all of this is bullshit. Why should like these little character interactions of like the goats not realizing that they're not supposed to follow Kinzo and that they should stay with Virgilia, and Kirei laughs at that. Yeah. Why should I, the reader, care about that interaction if it isn't happening on any actual level? And Kirei, God bless her, feels kind of the same way. I'm just like, what I'm seeing isn't happening. Why should I care about it? And I think that's really, really fucking interesting. I think that's really fucking interesting for a character in a story. As much as, I mean, we could talk about meta-knowledge of, like, you know, like, obviously there's Battler and then there's Canon Shannon later, but, like, Kirei does seem to have just this just this understanding, just like, no, I can't stop thinking. All of this that I'm seeing means something. And I can't stop using my brain. Right. And that might actually be one of the main points of Umineko, is don't stop using your brain.
Yeah, ever. And especially when you tie it to the idea that because there is this mystery, I think this is also part of the thing about Beatrice as well, where it's this idea that Beatrice, I don't know, we don't know if what Rosa said is real. I want to believe it's real. It feels believable to me. But at the same about Beatrice's death.
Oh, about Beatrice. I thought you meant about what she says in this, segment about Maria. Okay,
no.
What she's
Yeah. Just like, I mean, believing her
What
in
she
general.
says-
She's a proven liar now, so I don't.
Right, obviously. But what she says what she says about Beatrice and how she found this woman in like the hidden mansion and how
Yeah.
she fell down the cliff and broke her goddamn neck.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can believe. Let's believe her about that for the sake of argument.
Yeah, Kuadori and Beato, yeah. Beato. But yeah, if believing it for the sake of argument, the idea that she... Okay, so follow me on this one.
Sure.
If you die, there's sort of a... I think there's a lot to do with, like, mental imaging of, like, people. Like, the idea of your friends in your head is, like, going to be there whether they are around or whether they, like, pass on, you know? Your mental mapping of, I don't know, let's just say me, when, you know, when you're thinking about me versus when I'm, like, dead. It's, like, going to, like, I'm still going to be in your head if I'm not around anymore. Like, you're still going to have an idea of me. So I think that basic concept is being, like, sort of really sort of, like, extrapolated upon in this whole story. And I think that there's, especially when you tie it to the idea of, like, Kumasawa and Virgilia, it's like the idea that, like, sort of people have of the story of Rokenjima, of what the mystery. They can come up with all these extravagant, crazy ideas. And I think that the idea of Virgilia is coming from somewhere. I don't know where, but, like, there's some version of her throughout history that exists that is Virgilia. And I think that both of those exist simultaneously, but when, you know, sorry, I'm like, I shouldn't have drank this drink is fucking me up. But, like, the idea of Virgilia is like, it's her, but it's not her. Do you know what I mean? It's like the idea of her. It's like, you know how they say never meet your heroes, where it's just like your idea of somebody is completely different to who they are as an actual, like, human being.
I mean, yeah, ever since like the twist at the end of the third episode where Virgilia's totally in on Beato, like fucking up gaslighting Battler, it's just like, what's the real Virgilia? And it's just like we could only really go back to, like, the first we saw her when she had the name Beatrice and was fixing that vase. It was being kind to the totally unseen person. We don't know who it was. Was it Beatrice? Was it someone on? We don't know these things.
I don't know these things. Some Black Film. That's why I'm in jail. I'm too drunk. I got fucked up in there.
Intoxication.
Good old drunk tank.
So, just real quick to circle back to the question I had, which I guess is, so do you think there's a parallel being drawn here thematically, at the very least, if not directly narratively, of, like, the summoning being the same thing, of, like, perhaps thematically there being something similar between the way that, like, we've seen, like, summoning happen on the game board versus off the game board, like, you know, Beatrice, Kinzo, and Ava versus Anji and Maria. Do you think that there's maybe thematic connections there?
Sorry, could you say that again? I'm not following, like, on the game board versus off.
So, like, you know, on the game board we have, like, you know, the events on Rokenjima, right?
Uh-huh.
And then sort of off the game board is, like, the events that, like, is either happening with Anji or the events that Anji is reading about happening to Maria in Maria's diary.
So not the meta world?
No, yeah, not the meta world. Sorry,
okay.
Yes,
okay.
Good point.
Yeah, that's interesting. Because, yeah, are they different? That's a really good question. I want to say no, but I don't know. I don't think we have enough evidence other than magic isn't real to say.
I have a. Sorry, go ahead. Sorry, finish.
I did.
Oh, okay. I have a stupid question. Could Kinzo summon Sakataro? And the reason I ask this question is because Kinzo, like, from Beatrice, is so good at summoning whatever that is that it scares Beatrice. And I think that if we're going to look at, like, what summoning is, if we are going to take the perspective that magic isn't real and that summoning is not magic, that it is something else, Maria's good at it. Maria can do it. NJ is also, good at it after reading Maria's diary. But Kinzo is on another fucking level, and I think we have to look at like Kinzo's circumstances and what kind of person he is and how like his inner and exterior thoughts if we are to really understand like what is summoning in the universe of Umineko.
I think
is it
okay, follow me on this one. I'm saying that
Okay.
phrase a lot. Maria. Okay, so you know what they said about I forget who said it exactly, but basically it was like, kids are. I think it was Maria actually who said that like when you're younger, it's easier for you to summon. It's easier for you to conjure.
Yeah.
These kids.
Yeah.
And then Kinzo's just naturally really good at it. Like how about this? Is it like imagination where kids are like more ready to like have imaginary friends basically, or conjure like some version of a person inside of their mind, and then Kinzo is just fucking blackout drunk all the goddamn time, and he's drinking to like summon, to imagine all these different. It's kind of the equivalent of like, I mean, well, I don't want to paint with too broad a brush when it comes to alcoholism, but like, I mean, that's, although I am in jail because of it. So I think I can speak to some of it, but like, yeah, like sometimes you drink to like sort of escape. And like in that way, it's like, is that potentially what's happening? The music seems to agree that this is that I'm cooking. So, but yeah,
I think that there's 2 levels to summoning. There's like convincing yourself that the demon is there, and there's convincing other people that the demon is there. And Maria could convince Kumasawa and Beatrice that Sakutaro was there because they were having a lot of fun playing pretend witches with her.
Yeah.
And Kinzo could convince everybody that his demons are there because they're just so afraid of him. They take everything that he says.
Is it really as simple as just having to 1, believe your own bullshit, and 2, have like enough money and or force behind your words to get other people to believe it? Is it really that simple?
AI magic.
And pretend?
Well, if it was, then wouldn't he have been able to summon Beatrice?
That's interesting.
He knows he's no good.
There was a second part to Purpley's question, which I might let them ask directly, but I think that might go to the question we're on now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can bring that up now if we don't have any super pertinent thoughts on that left.
Well, I did have one, and that was if Kinzo is it, what do they call it? He's like a summoner or like a warlock or something. What is he?
Goldsmith.
No,
well, that's his nickname. Goldsmith is his nickname.
But what is it? What is it called?
I think they were calling him a summoner.
Summoner or sorcerer?
Sorcerer as well, they call him.
Okay, follow me on this. Is Battler a sorcerer? Because if I'm right about being able to like summon like with the way that things are unraveling, if the first episode was really kind of like quote unquote reality and what actually happened, and it's just getting more and more crazy as time goes on, does that mean that he's conjuring all of Rokunjima and all of the events on the game board, including Beatrice? And if that's the case, does that make him like the ultimate fucking sorcerer? Like, is he like fucking crazy, like powerful and shit?
You made the joke of like, what if Battler is Beatrice, and like visibly like just like, wait, but what if? And like, yeah, and you've also talked about like the idea is like everything that we've seen like since like Beatrice, since the first Purgatorio segment, has been Battler trying to rationalize the shit that went down in the first arc, and trying to mentally process it.
Yeah, and it's just getting more and more insane.
Hold on.
Okay, so
process that.
What?
So he's so good at magic, he conjured up a witch to kill people with magic, and he's so fucking good at it, he doesn't even know he's doing it.
No,
That's
no.
how fucking good he is.
No, well, I don't think he's
so stubborn he changes the fabric of
okay.
reality.
If Battler's
that's just
anything,
Harvey.
he's an
Warhammer
idiot.
work.
So I think that he is
Exactly.
is
He's a
totally
very
capable.
clever idiot.
Also,
of holding
Sun Black
multiple-
Femme has a good comment in the Twitch chat.
Who?
Sun Black Femme.
Bob's drunk. Okay, yeah, that's a really good comment. You're right. Do we still think someone's pretending to
Nice.
be Kinzo? They made a huge thing about him being dead at the beginning. Yeah. I still think that there's something going on with that.
He's
I
acting, like really fucking crazy. This
Yeah, and he
episode.
was
I
like strangling fucking his son. Who I forget his name.
Kraus?
Kraus.
Yeah, Kraus. And by the way, Kraus is on a fucking trajectory for a character like reinvention. Like
Kraus stocks are
We
up.
should have bought the dip. It's going to
Kraus
the
stocks are going to
moon.
the moon. Yeah, buy that. Kraus is gonna show up in a Lambo. You know, he bought all the NFTs.
Kraus has good instincts. He just has bad timing. That's the thing.
Yeah.
He only has his sense of timing is so bad. He's only getting good now.
Yeah. See, now I think I'm onto something because Jan tried to dismiss it like outright, and that makes me think like if you remember, holy shit. When did Beatrice show up? She didn't actually show up in episode 1. She showed up in the post shit after.
Yeah,
She was nowhere in the first episode. She was just talked about, and there was a portrait of her. She showed up when it was fucking Battler talking to the ideas of he was conjuring his fucking family to figure out what the fuck happened, and in order to figure out what happened, he had to have a mental imaging of Beatrice in order to embrace the idea that she exists and go along with that. Because if you use magic as like sort of a way to fill in the cracks of the information you don't know, because that's where magic like sort of grows and that's where it blossoms in the unknown. So it's like, I think I'm onto something. I think I'm cooking.
Yeah, I think he's cooking.
I would never encourage you. I would never
encourage you. Jan, quote Jan, 2026, I would never encourage you.
You're worthless.
In fact, we'll actively discourage you. Fuck you.
No. Oh, man.
So to
I
get
hope
the last
your Elden
part
Ring concert was really fun.
to get the last
Sorry.
to get the last part of my question out there, just the final thing I had on here was just at the very end, like when Maria's talking with Beato, Beatrice like says that no, I'm sorry, I can't resummon Sakataro. You know, he was one of a kind, that sort of thing. However, Anjay is able to do that on the boat when she summons the Seven Sisters back up. So how come Anjay's able to do it and not Beatrice?
So my thinking on that
He's built
is
different.
that my thinking is that Anjay's Sakataro isn't complete in the way that Maria or Beatrice would recognize him, because we've already seen that Sakataro is, in a lot of ways, I mean, they talked about him being Maria's pure heart, and also kind of a manifestation of Rosa's love for her, or at the very least, Maria's imagining of Rosa's love for Maria. So, Anjay can summon Sakataro, the stuffed animal, with the personality that Maria gave him, and the way he acted when they played together, and all of that. But Anjay can't really summon Maria's purity, the love of Maria's mother, the things that Sakataro symbolizes, that that means that Maria and Beatrice can't summon him again, because they can't conceive of summoning the shadow of Sakataro that Anjay has, because Anjay can't really see or manipulate those parts of him that they would care about. And I flagged the second part of Purpley's question specifically because we were getting to the point of why hasn't Kinzo been able to summon Beatrice? And I think a lot of the same concepts might be in play there, that there is something significant to Beatrice for Kinzo, and we need to find out what that is before we can talk intelligently about it.
Yeah, like what you said about Anjay summoning Sakutaro is that she does not have to compare her Sakutaro knowledge to Maria, because Maria is not going to challenge her because she's not an active participant in the real world anymore. And what Anjay knows of Sakutaro might not be 100% what Maria knew of Sakutaro. My red might not be the same as your red, but Anjay's reading of Maria's notebook and knowing Sakutaro through that is all of the Sakutaro that she needs to know to know more about Sakutaro than anybody else in the world currently. And I think that Kinzo, with summoning Beatrice, like, he might have a burning question for her. Where did you put the gold? Or, well, obviously he knows where the gold is, but he has a question for her, and he can't answer that because that is not information that he has access to, and he can imagine Beatrice talking in the way that she talks. He can remember the clues that she gave when she was alive, but there is information that he is not able to put into anything that he summons that he's looking for.
If we follow the idea of, I like that idea, by the way. I didn't mean to just like jump off rudely interrupt you, but if we follow the idea of if people's sort of, if summoning someone or something involves like sort of a mental imaging of them, is it possible, and I'm just farting around here, is it possible, because there have been a few like movies I've watched over the years, and some people, older folks that I've talked to, where there's this idea that like your idea of someone or your mental imaging of them as you get older can become faded or fuzzy and like not, or like sort of misadjusted or like, you know, skewed. Is it possible that like even Kinzo, maybe even a big thing is like I forgot, you know, imagine Kinzo being like, I forgot her face, I forgot what she looks like. Just because I'm old, I've gotten to that point where I can't. Maybe that's why he's trying to have these paintings of her, even just to remember. But there's a possibility even in his mind of like, I can't remember what she looked like. I can't remember, you know, how she felt, and as you know, whatever that fucking means. Anyway, let's not dwell on that too much.
No.
You know, one of Kinzo's questions for Beatrice is, fuck me, please.
Anjay
Anyway.
being the witch of resurrection, it being her power is that she can remember her family and honor them, and that fuzzy feeling.
Oh, that's really pretty. Actually, I like that a lot. It's watch it go nowhere. Watch the whole game like not touch on this at all.
Yeah, that's probably bullshit.
Yeah. Fake news. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's like, is there an aspect of this where it's like, or maybe even, because my first reaction to like, why isn't Beatrice able to summon Sakutaro? My first reaction was because she's not real, because she's not alive. She can't do that. Also, how is this game board actually like happening? Is NJ is seeing the same stuff that Battler is? So did Battler see the Sakutaro like moment with Maria and Rosa? Did Battler see Rosa get killed a bunch of times by Maria?
I don't think he saw. Well, I mentioned this in chat over text when you first played the chapter. It's purposely, and you agree, it's purposely ambiguous whether that's a nightmare Maria's having or if that's like a dying dream that Rosa's having.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think either way the Battler's privy to that. But I do think it's interesting to think that just like are either NJ or Battler really witnessing what Rosa's doing to Maria?
And wait a minute,
like in the flashbacks, or are
episode 2? Didn't Rosa get tortured in that one as well?
At the very end.
She did,
Yes.
and in episode 3. Rosa
fuck?
gets tortured in Purgatorio in episode 2, where she's
wait.
fed all her siblings multiple times and told, I killed your siblings that you hate over and over. Eat
And
them up,
here's
eat them
Maria's
up.
head.
Yeah, and then in episode 3 we get Jello time, and then in episode 4 we get Maria time. And I remember
narrative seems to
distinctly
really fucking hate Rosa.
I wonder why.
I have no idea. Yeah. It's weird.
I mean, yeah, and that's the thing, because like in episodes 2 and 3, I was like, oh, Rosa doesn't deserve this. This is injustice. And a part of me in episode 4, when she's getting fucked up, is like, you know what? Fuck her.
Can we also get a big fuck you to Rosa's boyfriend for like knowing what's going on and just being like, you shouldn't do that. Anyway, want a bone? What the fuck? Can you imagine being with a partner who is like
cheating on his wife?
I mean, yeah, he
He
was
is cheating on his wife.
like fuck that fucking guy. God damn.
He does come across as more responsible than Rosa because he's telling her to be more responsible, but
Yeah, but it's so
That's-
easy to
that's
tell
a-
someone
I
to
wanna
do
bang
something
you, but
versus
you
like
should really
actually
take
do it.
care of your kid.
Yeah,
I mean,
literally.
I know you're in the
It's
hotel
not
right
a high
now, and I
bar.
might as well bang you, but you should take care of
Quote
your kid.
Spider-Man, I might as well bang you. A lot of notable quotables happening on this stream.
Sure, go for it. I don't care.
Yeah, tell him about the guy who made an
Just
internal.
just like Rosa says. Yeah, that's exactly right.
You know, speaking of Rosa and motherhood, we have a topic about that if we wanted to.
We do. Throw it up on screen right now, Bob.
What?
The image.
What image?
The image
in
in
chat.
in
Do it in
voice
chat.
In chat? Where?
voice chat.
Oh,
Screen
yes,
chat.
yes.
Yeah.
Sorry, there's a bunch of chats going on.
Yes.
Yeah, sorry.
So
I'm juggling a few chats too.
Oh, look at those beautiful wine berries.
Other one. And
Oh,
not
there
the
you
fucking
go.
cat. Thank you.
I could kill you right now. Oh, look at that.
Really good
Um,
image.
All
Yeah,
right.
Rusty, you had a.
Okay. So the ideas of motherhood like come up a whole lot whenever we're talking about Maria. Obviously, with her relationship with Rosa, she is dealing with like the receiving end of motherhood or the lack thereof from Rosa. But also, Sakutaro comes up and he's both the avatar of what Maria perceives that the love that she's getting from Rosa, whether that's imagined or whether like part of that is true and Rosa just isn't there to love her. And but also Sakutaro is a really young boy and Maria can do some taking care of for him, and in that way kind of play out, hey, if I was a good mother, I'd do this. And Sakutaro also protecting her from Rosa. He's stepping in as a like there's no fathers in this family. I know that he's a boy, but I think that he is like doing the work of mothers in how he cares for Maria.
I got more of a younger brother vibe than a son vibe from their relationship, but yeah, but
And
no, yeah,
Maria
Maria,
doesn't
Maria
have.
seems.
She's never had a sibling before, and
None of
Rosa
the kid,
probably
none of the
doesn't talk
Uchiwari,
about.
well, except for Battler, but that's half sibling.
Rosa probably doesn't talk about her relationship with her siblings very much, so she could be, from what Rosa knows about siblings, she could be like putting in like her knowledge of motherhood into, oh, this is probably what a sibling would be like, and mixing up those roles a little bit in a little Sakutara soup.
The entire thing's been very muddled on Rose's end, especially with Maria. It's a problem.
I've seen this term online. I don't know if this like 100% applies to Maria and Rosa, but the term emotional incest, with how
parentification, I think, to some degree at least, it's not good. It's not good. You don't like it. You don't like having it happen to you. It's not good.
And how Rosa is forced to have this emotional maturity that is not really, she's not ready for being that responsible, and how Rosa told her that you are my only ally
Sunshine.
against this world.
You are my
Rosa
sunshine,
should have
my
more
sunshine.
than one friend.
You make me happy.
It's an unfair expectation to put on them.
Yeah. Who's the Witch of Origins? Is that Maria?
Yes, that is Maria.
Okay, all right. I forgot when that was. That when Virgilia and Beatrice were. Did they give her that title?
They were talking about how she can create one from zero.
One from zero.
How the way that Maria does create new beings, that is kind of motherhood in its own right.
Yeah, like when Sakutaro was first introduced.
Wait a minute.
And
talk about he is born, she gave birth.
And both Rosa and Maria are
birth,
different mothers for Sakutaro.
Although I think you're cutting out a bit.
Yeah, my connection's a little bad.
Oh, lost you.
When Sakutaro was introduced, he was
Oh, you're back, but you're gone now. I can't tell if you're.
Give me 1 second. I'm gonna move to a different spot. I know what's happening. I just need to move. I'll be hold this line.
I'll just have to
go. Everyone, I need you to picture Olo in your heads so that we can bring them back.
Conjure Olo, and then conjure Olo desperately dashing through their house to get to a better spot, which is hopefully not outside or something.
All we've got is a tiny pyramid head. Is that what I'm supposed to imagine?
Yeah, it's baby pyramid head.
Yes.
I just moved to my loft. But,
there you go.
Basically, when Sakutaro was first introduced, there was a lot of talk of birth, and
you're gone
and Rosa
again.
did give birth to him.
Yeah, his body, and specifically he was talked about
you cut out again.
I guess you could say that Maria
Maria
created his soul before the vessel was given.
Yes.
It's interesting.
Me staking the bars of my enclosure. Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Oh God, you do not want to co-give birth with your mom to a single being. That's
Okay.
Well, it was interesting because I think that that does line up with there's a question, when does life begin? And I think that when the mother is picturing who the life that will begin when she gives birth, that's when the life begins, when you can count at the pregnant mother as two people, because I have feelings about the politics of abortion, and we don't have to get like totally into it, but I do think that like the intention of creating a person, I do like how Maria, like Sakutaro, was a person before he was physically there.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I'm
Yeah.
okay.
Okay.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
came up with a name, and then
Well-
and then Rosa said, no, it's a boy. You have to change that. Change it to a boy right now.
Mhm.
Make it a boy right fucking now.
All
Much
right,
to
I did
consider.
notice
Olo's
that
back?
some of
Olo's back.
Okay. Am I on a delay?
I
I can
can't
hear you
tell,
normally.
but we can hear you.
Okay. Okay, there we go. But yeah, like I just wanted to confirm that like what Jan said of like Maria more or less creating his soul is what I was struggling with my Wi-Fi to
Yes.
say.
Yes. Yeah, and then
Okay.
my last note was saying she wanted a girl, but then Rosa said, no, you have to make it a boy.
Yeah.
I did notice that when Sakutaro and Maria were talking about their friends in Maria's room, that there was also Saku Suke and Saku someone else. She really wanted to name someone Sakura, but she had to have so many boys' names
Mm,
for no
She re-
reason other than Rosa told her
She-
to.
mm.
Oh god, I didn't even think about that aspect. When she was like, yeah, I was gonna name him Sakura, but then he was a boy. It's like that just made me think of like, oh yeah, that's cute. Like how sometimes parents will plan for a child of some kind, and then it's like, oh no, it's a girl actually. It's like, oh, that's cute. Well, we'll give you a masculine name because we couldn't think of anything
It's literally
else.
they're literally just toys, and Rose is going like, you have to change
So
it.
weird.
Rosa
You have to
loves
gender
enforcing.
gender.
And Madia's just in her fucking card captor Sakura phase, which doesn't exist yet.
She had a
Doesn't
vision.
She's
exist.
getting
for
her
s-
future cartoons.
It does. It's not until 1998 that the anime comes out.
Is
Nadia has a special
Anjay
TV.
retroactively putting her knowledge of Cardcaptor Sakura back onto Maria, maybe?
Well, yes. So is he through the grimoire?
Where does Clamp factor into this? This is the question I need to know.
This is the
Clamp
key.
stole a
Dr.
copy
Tard,
of
did you lay
Maria's
this egg?
diary.
Am I overthinking this? Is Rosa pregnant?
What?
I mean,
I did not
I'll be
know.
honest.
Is Maria projecting like sort of like that kind of like, did she learn this information, or is maybe somehow
Like,
intuiting it some way and is like using Sakutaro as like a
I mean, here's what I'll say to that is that the events that we're seeing in the flashbacks would have had to happen before the family conference. They seem to have been happening like a couple months before, so it's not impossible that she wasn't showing, but
what I'm saying
I wanna
is
say-
the same way that Sakutaro did Rosa get an abortion?
Like I want to say this is back in episode 2 or 3.
I've
There was
had
at-
the theory
at
for
some
so
point,
long
like
now.
Like some black fan,
That's-
huh?
I've
there
had
was
the
like
theory for so long now that Sakutaro's like a person, and like I thought it's just like, no, obviously it can't be like a little brother. It can't be like a but it can't be like, you know, a person, especially once, you know, Rosa fucking kills it in front of child services. But like,
What the fuck happened there with that scene, by the way? Like the child
I
services person
imagine
is just
money.
like chill with like, oh yeah,
I like
there
how
we
they
go.
just
Yeah.
they were just sitting
they
there
do
for
not
like
like separating
30
families.
minutes.
Yeah.
I don't think it's that they were chill. I think it's that it's like, who else are we going to give this kid to? There's no dad in the picture.
Yeah.
right, there's nothing that they have the power to do.
It's like
some black
it would
fan.
have to be much more severe than this, because like Rosa wasn't physically attacking Maria, and even then it's like there's a lot that you would have to do to, I think it's difficult.
I thought Rosa was smacking her.
That might have been part of the
that's right.
nightmare. We don't know if that's
Yeah, I guess we don't know what's real and what's not.
yeah, because like that definitely happens in the infinite torture death sequence where
I
like
think I was
she's-
thinking of I feel like the scene I'm remembering is that she was very pointedly destroying things around Maria, but not attacking her
Oh.
specifically.
She puts hands on the not
The walls.
CPS, but
On the
whatever the
CRTV?
Japanese equivalent.
Yeah,
Okay.
and the child child agent.
Child Protective
Protect-
Services, yeah.
It isn't. It's like a different name, but like yeah.
Welfare
yeah.
officer.
Yeah,
It
welfare
feels like
services
welfare,
worker.
yeah.
It feels like the Child Protective Services of when like a bully puts a finger up to your face and goes, "I'm not touching you."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be
Sad.
honest. Like if they know even a little bit about who Rosa is, I would also imagine they're very scared to fuck with her because
Yeah.
I don't know what
Yeah.
I don't know what lawsuit like culture is like in Japan, especially at this time. But it's like
Back then it was
mean,
virtually non-existent.
like people don't fuck with rich people to begin with, even when there isn't the threat of like being
Yeah.
sued.
I think it would be more like the power, like sort of like, oh, this person has a lot of sway. Like Rosa owns her own fucking company. So like I would imagine she has a lot of connections that would be, she could use to like fuck with people if she wanted, especially as a member of the Ushiromiya family. But yeah, I wasn't like trying to say that like, I just, everyone was talking about that and I'm like, is that a possibility? Like, was Maria so excited about having a little brother that like this
Yeah,
whole...
she projected the idea of the younger brother
Right.
onto, like, and
Makes so much sense.
maybe Rosa didn't even like want to tell her because she was like immediately going to get an abortion, but Maria like overheard something and put the idea of a younger boy that soul somewhere to store until she got Sakatara.
Yeah.
I want to say in episode 3 at some point when there's like a cliffhanger where Rosa is like, I need to tell you something. I was like, it might not have been episode 3, it might have been 2, but like there was a moment where I'm like, oh my god, is she fucking pregnant? Like, and I was like, why are you telling this to this person now? Because like I wasn't sure, but it was just like I want to say like the vibes were in such a way that it's like this would be like a somewhat opportune time to tell this. I think it's because she was like spacing out, and it's like, is that what's happening?
I was just thinking about making a joke about, well, did she vomit at any point? Because that's the, shorthand for writers for someone's pregnant. And then I remembered she does vomit in episode 2. She fucking,
she does.
So, but that I'm very curious about the timing on that one. But then again, if my theory is correct about like episode 2 and forward not really being, quote unquote real, or like more accurate memories of what happened than like maybe other events, because that's what I'm thinking. I was thinking about it the other day. It was like, if that theory's true, then like that would mean that none of the stuff that we're seeing is really, it's all kind of pointless. But then I thought, wait, no, we're actually getting more information inside of these episodes that really expound upon the stuff that we saw in episode 1. So is it possible that like other elements throughout the story and throughout time are like sort of coming into the episode 2 or 3 and 4, so that we can then use that information to sort of extrapolate what actually happened in episode 1?
There's like so many periods.
Are you connecting this to your... Go ahead. Sorry.
What's happening?
Yeah.
There's like a lot of like missing time in episode 1 where it's like we don't know what especially with like the siblings, where it's like we didn't know what they were up to like half the time because we were mostly following the
Why
children.
were they even in the shed?
Oh yeah, we don't know why they went to I think they were looking for something. There was a reason, forgetting why, but I know there was a justification for it.
Also, thank you, Sunblack Femme, for brand new sentence, quote, "Are we connecting this to your incest theory?" unquote.
God, that's the thing. Like I am like always thinking that in the back of my head because it feels correct.
This is a gothic horror.
Yeah, it is.
It is a little gothic horror.
Thank you for understanding.
Exactly.
Also, Rusty, I love your last point here. Women, please help me.
Yeah, I don't really have a motherly bone in my body. This is going off of what I have heard. Oh, and thinking of a woman who has helped me, I would like to talk about the thing that Jan talked about. You know how Maria, she's kind of named after the Mother Mary, and she did, through perfect conception, immaculate conception, create a being that was summoned to help her and redeem Rosa's sins. And with the sun being associated with lions. I think that Jesus might be involved in Umineko in some way.
Another wild sentence. Thank you. The notable quotable.
Corpse parts.
That's like the fourth one.
No. Kinzo.
I think Jesus might be involved in Umineko in some way. I need that embroidered, like on a fucking blanket.
Funny Valentine?
Faye Valentine?
Kind of.
From Cowboy Bebop?
Oh no. Battler's John the Baptist.
Is Battler Jesus? Is
No.
Kinzo Jesus?
No.
Is
No.
Maria Jesus?
I mean,
No.
Maria is Jesus in the hearts of those who know, but probably not.
She's being put on the fucking cross by Rosa.
Yeah.
More like the other way around at this
for
point.
just being a
Holy
little
Christ.
weird to the Romans.
Oh, huh.
There's
There's something there.
the thing with like occultism is a lot of it draws heavily on like, well, depending on like your practice, I guess, but like a lot of it is drawing heavily on like Christian mythology or Kabbalah, which I'm not super familiar with, but like there's a lot of overlap with the cult and specifically like Christianity.
Well, Kabbalah is Judaism.
Yes, but they're like there's an
Abrahamic
overlap with
faiths.
the occult. Yeah, Abrahamic. That was the word I was looking for.
Mm.
In the way that Christian or ex-Christian occultists use Kabbalah, I think that they might be looking at it through a Christian lens.
Yeah.
And
I
there
mean,
is
you have
like a lot of
Gnosticism as your Christian
Oh, yes.
esotericism is Gnosticism.
Yes.
And there is a lot of talk of sins and redemption, so
Oh, and
maybe Christianity has something to do with this.
Maybe.
Barbasol Embryos mentions Beatrice did specifically bring up Jesus in the second episode.
Yeah, there was a bunch of religious talk.
She called him like a great magician or something.
Yeah. Oh well.
You know who else was a great magician? Trying to sit
know, if you
backwards in the
remove-
chair in that fucking dress.
If you remove the
Can I-
six servants, we do have the 12 apostles.
Can I just? Oh yeah. Can I just quickly point out that that's also maybe helping my theory of like, you know, what do they call it? The great man myth of like, you know, someone who does something and then their exploits get like sort of expounded upon
Great
and
man
like sort of
history?
blown
Yes,
up
so the-
throughout history.
Yeah, the great man theory of history. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think that might have something to do.
There's a lot in this soup. This is a very
It's a very dense soup. There's a lot of there's a lot of bits in this soup.
It's heavy.
Yeah. Oh look, a piece of broccoli. Anyway, now I want broccoli and cheddar soup. What's up?
If I may,
that
Mel
sounds
hasn't really got much
amazing
of a
right
chance
now.
to speak yet.
Mel!
would you like to?
Mel,
Hello.
Mel, hi. How you doing?
Hello. I'm doing okay. I could probably I think I was planning to let you out of this jail cell with this key that I found in the mail.
Oh
but
yeah,
turns
if you
out
could
it's
try
just
that, that'd be great.
But it turns out it's only to just some random vault in the bank.
Oh fuck.
So,
Well, I guess I'm
anyway.
locked away forever. All right, go ahead.
Anyway, my topic is, I think, incidentally, it might transition into SHM's topic as well. But my topic
God,
was
I
like
hope
the
it
idea.
transitions.
Yeah.
I sure
you know
hope
what?
it does.
Let's go Pride Month.
Yeah, I sure hope it does. Trans work
Anyway.
ahead.
Anyway, the subject is basically the idea of like game pieces having meta awareness.
Mm.
Where I think for much of the so far we've seen like Battler on Rokkenjima is a different character or a different entity, so to speak, than the one in like the purgatory doing commentary and arguing with Beatrice, who I guess sometimes just kind of like phases in and out of Purgatory into Rokkenjima. Though episode 2 is a bit different because she's also just there as a different person. And then in this episode, we also have like Ronove and Virgilia showing up, and I guess Virgilia also did some stuff where like she phased in and out of Purgatory after dying and saved Beatrice from Avatris, etc., etc. So I'm thinking, okay, there's maybe some precedent for like oh yeah, Ronove and Virgilia and Beatrice, of course they'd be like even if they're manifesting on Rokkenjima, it makes sense they'd still have like recollection of all the things that happened previously. And then in the middle of the dungeon, we just have Canon and Shannon having a conversation. They're like, hey, remember this happened last time in the last loop? And I'm like, what? What do you mean? What do you know? How do you know this? Because it's not like, I guess besides the first tea party, we haven't seen Canon and Shannon in like Purgatory. They aren't like seeming to commentate on the game in like the game. I don't know how to describe it. We've always seen them on Rokkenjima, so they've been like pieced on the board, but they have like awareness that's extending beyond the Rokkenjima they are on into previous Rokkenjimas. I'm like, what's up with that? Is that a Kinzo thing as well? Is that like a thing in his particular servants? Are there any other characters who aren't necessarily like witches who know stuff? Like, does Maria know about each of the loops maybe potentially? Is there a circumstance where maybe Battler in the future will there be more of a connection between his quote-unquote two versions, I guess?
Yeah.
I don't know, it's weird to think about because like before I was thinking like, oh yeah, the people on like, and this is the case for obviously like Kyrie or Kraus or like Rosa, they're like ignorant of the things that happened in previous loops because there's like a different timeline. But so like when getting Canon and Shannon having it, it's like, is it just because is it just like people who know magic and can use magic are able to like have this meta awareness?
Yeah, I don't know.
It's because Canon can summon the energy sword.
Yeah, and that would actually make sense because if you are more like willing to believe magic is real, that would mean that you're probably able to consider the magical events happening as real, and so you would maybe be more acclimated to see the loop happening. But like it's almost like being not seeing the sort of magical stuff here. Like I would imagine Kyrie being blown away by what she's seeing is also kind of the reason why she doesn't realize that she's in a loop or that things are happening over and over, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Also, pertinent to this conversation, Shannon and Canon, did they imply that there have been more loops than the ones that we have seen?
Yes, they did very much seem to have implied that, which...
That makes me think, like, what loop are we on at this point?
That is interesting, because I got the impression from Beato talking to Battler that, like, the number of loops we've seen are the ones that she has done. But,
Battler's only seen like the 4 game boards. That I'm confident of, but Canon and Shannon talk like they've been through this a whole lot of times.
Yeah.
I mean, 4 is a pretty large amount of times.
That's true. That is a few times to go through like a whole murder mystery. If I went through 4 murder mysteries in the span of 2 weeks, I'd be pretty like fucking I'd be a nerd a little bit, I guess.
You're talking about the magic as the ability to consider other realities. I do think that, especially in episode 2, where we are shown that Shannon and Canon are a little disconnected from reality with all of their trauma and the stuff that they've been told about furniture. So maybe their, like, trauma brains of, like, considering other timelines are, like, working overtime, while Battler is only thinking about, okay, here are 4 different universes of how this could have happened. Shannon and Canon are like considering 16 or something.
Some Zero Escape shit.
I just realized.
Yeah, they're acting more photogenic field. Sorry.
No, it's all good. I just realized Kinzo getting stronger would make sense with that idea I had, because if if he is like more understanding of like the situation he's in, that would also make sense for like his magic growing more and more powerful as the unknowns become more like sort of stand out in who I'm assuming. Okay. Rusty Cat, was it you who came up with the idea that like that one dude is actually Battler?
Yes.
Yeah, I really like that
He
theory.
has a cross.
Yeah, exactly. That's a big thing. Also, yeah, you saw that the skin color was like the exact same. Like, yeah, in Photoshop and stuff, which, you know, take it or leave it. But I like the idea that that is Battler because that would also make sense with the way that this game is playing out. Because like the first episode could be like sort of a mental imaging of like, or like the actual events happening and playing out. And then we see that. And then the second episode is him going through the mental process. Third episode, same, but like with more time having passed. And maybe the sort of magical stuff being more like standout. And then as time, you know, the fourth episode makes sense with the timeline, because that would be when he goes and he finds NJ, or he's, you know, tasked to be with NJ and protect her. And then what's up?
When you're talking about skin color, what do you mean exactly?
Like Rusty Cat,
the color used on the sprite.
Yeah.
But like between who and who?
Amakusa.
Battler. Yeah.
Oh.
So in terms of like the way that plays out, yeah, I think. So in terms of meta awareness, yeah, that would make sense for both of them to be on the outside looking at the game board and the game piece. Yeah, because yeah, as time goes on, the things are getting more. Yeah, I like my theory. I think it's good, but you know, I'm also in jail, so take it or leave it. But in terms of the
our Bobbler.
Yes, it's true. So yeah, in terms of display knowledge from previous episodes, yeah, I think it's because they're united by. See, now it's kind of weird because it's like now it's a shared game board, and I think it's really interesting that suddenly we understand that like, is this following the idea that like maybe Battler is becoming more acclimated to the idea that magic exists? Like it's sort of worn him down over time? Or is it more like the unknowns are really standing out and they're really bugging him?
What if it's like a corollary to like, oh, as the thing that Beato said in episode 3 is like, oh, Ronobe is here because my magic is getting stronger, or the world is getting more fantastical, so all of my guys are showing up, like Gap in this episode. But what if like the corollary to that is each iteration is also like people who would be like more aligned with Battler are able to tap into the loop, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
And maybe we'll have like more people like this, like the servants or the cousins or whatever, joining in the game board, or like not the game board, but like the meta section.
Yeah.
As time goes on, maybe. Like they kind of like ended being elevated.
Someone's mouse is coming through.
Sorry.
It's all good. But yeah, like that's. So would that mean that like, because trying to think about what this game board actually represents, would that mean that why are certain pieces able to see but other pieces aren't? Is it like Battler's idea of those people is sort of influencing, like if he thinks that they would be able to, like if they are more acclimated to magic? Maybe I'm thinking about it too.
I mean,
weirdly,
that sort of does go into Spider-Man's point on the dock, if we wanted to transition to that.
I want to just say one thing.
Sure.
You say that Kinzo is getting stronger with ties to magic or whatever, but one of the things that we did see is that he plays tarot by just doing it over and over again until he gets a draw that he likes. So maybe that's how he is resetting this game board until he gets a game board that he likes.
Yeah.
But
he's getting stronger because he's getting closer to what he wants. That's interesting. Huh. Yeah, getting closer to like being able to.
His magic is based on like a
probability and chance. So like as the odds for something, we don't know exactly what. Like we have an idea, but we're not sure exactly what odds we're basing his powers on.
Yeah.
As
if
they
you roll
get
a
like
dice 15 times, you're probably going to get a 6 at least once.
Mm-hmm.
as those odds get slimmer and slimmer, like he's just getting stronger.
Interesting. All right. Do we want to move on to Spider-Man's topic?
No, go ahead.
Oh.
What was that?
Oh, no. I thought I heard someone say no. No, so mine's pretty simple. Yeah, just the idea of that the ranking is actually witches, demons, furniture, then humans, from most powerful to least. And I guess I am like 95% sure this isn't the case, but I also like don't have the energy to go back and look. Is it possible, just possible, that whenever Ken and Shannon talk about being furniture, and that's why they can't talk about being humans, and that's why they can't like be in relationships with the humans who are into them, that when they say that they're furniture, that they're explicitly denigrating themselves? Because we're seeing some pretty goddamn powerful furniture. And Ken and Shannon are told straight up, like, hey, as furniture, you guys have, like, the most power in this situation where you're all in jail, actually. And
yeah, didn't they
like,
say that
yep.
they could break out? Like, if they wanted to?
They did say that. Probably, I mean, laser sword. Laser
yeah, that's
shield.
what I'm saying. Yeah. Wish
So,
they were
like,
right here to
it-
break me
is it
out.
poss-
Jeez.
So, like, is this going to be, like, some twist? Where it's like, Ken's like, oh, you all, I mean, like, you thought I was all just be, like shit-talking myself. No, actually, this whole time I was saying, I can't be with you because I'm on a different level than you, but not in the way it made it sound like I did. And, like,
yeah,
I mean...
Power gap dynamics.
I hate to
Yeah,
spoil it
power
like
gap,
this.
power level dynamics. Putting on my Dragon Ball Z Scouter to see if this relationship is ethical.
Yeah, I'm gonna just spoil this. I'm sorry, but what Ken's gonna do? He's gonna grab his like pants and he's gonna pull them off and reveal a Leo card, and then he'll power up 3 times.
Okay.
The Saiyan armor. Yeah.
I
that's
can't
good
wait
shit.
to find out how his voice actor goes even further beyond.
I can't wait to see the behind the scenes footage of his voice actor when powering up, going unconscious because he screamed for too fucking long. That's interesting. I always thought that there's something more to when the furniture calls themselves furniture. You know what I mean?
Ava's VA did do Android 18.
Oh fuck. That's fucking sick. Oh man. Wait. Oh, I don't want to spoil it in
Yeah,
case.
I think
there are
Kennan's
people-
voice actor did Edward Elric in Full Metal Alchemist.
Oh, I
Wait,
haven't watched
seriously?
Full Metal Alchemist. I should.
Hopefully it's better than the one that we got in
haven't?
English.
It's good. It's a
Sounded
good
really
anime.
cool.
I hear that.
Oh, it's incredible.
I hear there's an
Read
episode
Full Metal Alchemist
involving.
instead.
I hear there's an
that's
episode
probably true.
involving a dog and a girl that is really good, and I should really watch
Yeah.
it, and it'll make me
Yeah,
feel great
well-
afterwards.
That's exactly
Yeah, it's a really
correct.
cute scene.
Anyway, read Full Metal Alchemist, don't watch it, that's my 2 cents anyway.
Okay.
You know, that's honestly a pretty good take.
But yeah, I don't know in terms of like. See, I don't even know. Are we not talking about the gap in the room? Like, she's right there, and it's kind of hard to miss her.
Her
she's-
outfit's so scary.
Is she in the room with us right now?
It's so breezy.
Yeah.
she's right here. Anyway, but
I don't have much to say other than like I mean I'm free like on Tuesday. I can't do like the morning. This weekend's no good for me, but like you know.
I
Did
can
you
make
think the
time.
Bunny
I can make
Girls
time
were-
in my. I can make a gap in my schedule for gap. Like we can work something out.
I gotta be real. I gotta be real. After the Chestershire sisters, whatever stupid shit shows up, I'm gonna be like, okay.
Gap hat. Yeah.
Yeah, did you think the bunny girls and the Seven Stakes designs were maybe a bit much? Get ready for this.
I was so hoping the Chester sisters would just disappear. And nope, there are more of them. They're multiplying off screen.
They're rabbits. What did you think they would do?
They're not quite multiplying like rabbits yet. Let's hope that
those bunnies are constantly fucking each other.
The new one is double O, like the Gundam that just.
No, I don't want to think about this.
Bob, look at the.
Why does she have an eye? Why does she have a fucking eye patch? Anyway, what's that? Oh, it's Gap.
With her.
Because there's a gap in her eye socket. Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It makes her mysterious.
The character sheet said that she got lynched.
Huh?
What?
Yeah, that's
she got what?
Yeah.
She got like she was like a POW or some shit.
What in the fuck?
These rabbits have been through a lot.
I mean, one of their number.
These rabbits have been through a lot.
She suffered more than John McCain.
Did you see her one ear? It's cut up. It's torn. She's been through a lot, Bob.
Oh, she's right behind you.
Does she?
Her hair is cut off, but there we go.
Yeah, something like that.
Statue in the background.
There we go. That's a better one. So no.
She has to be.
I guess
you got to show off.
I guess it's
the outfit.
I guess since nobody else has asked this question, I will ask this question and take one for the team. What does the pachinko sprite look like?
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Have we not shown you?
Oh boy.
I'm scared.
Why did you have to go and do
Me
that?
too.
It looks kind of busted in the PS3, honestly. I think it's just the style of face. It's not as cute. The outfit looks fine. Well, that's actually not that bad.
That's not that bad at all. I was expecting.
Yeah, it's Tori actually.
There she is.
Damn.
She looks more like her.
Oh Jesus Christ! What happened to my girl?
It's not the worst.
Good.
Someone pushed her in the pool.
She is wet.
I don't know why you picked the sprite where she's sweating. That was a decision you made, Jan.
Is she?
I
think she's just shiny.
I have to change the image. She disappeared. Here's what she looks like. Why does she look like?
The humidity is fucking crazy on the
Apparently,
island.
he's wearing cashmere. I don't know how that's possible.
There's no way that shit is cashmere.
There's
maybe the hat. Maybe the hat's cashmere. Anyway. Some shit.
The superior sprites, we can all agree.
Cashmere hat.
Why is she? Anyway. Oh, that's weird. Anyway.
I have a theory about Shannon and Cannon saying weird stuff while they're in the dungeon.
Oh, yeah?
I zoomed in on a single word that was said at the beginning of that chapter. How when Kyrie and Kraus woke up, they saw, like, in the dungeon with them, there was ... dusty furniture. And you know what happens when you're, like, stuck in the dark for too long, and maybe there are mirrors. You start hallucinating stuff. So maybe those aren't... Shannon and Kanan aren't literally in the jail with them. Maybe Kraus and Kyrie are just seeing shit.
Well, they're probably just seeing shit, but why are they all seeing the same shit?
A shared delusion.
Shared delusions
okay,
are
but well, yes.
Also, only one person is answering the phone, and they're only getting one perspective, so maybe Kraus and Kyrie are seeing something different.
They look like animes to you?
What if, wait a minute, what if Kyrie is a ventriloquist and she's throwing her voice and she's doing it with a chair and doing her best canon voice. And so that's why everyone's able to hear it. No one thinks this is funny except for me. I'm going to shut up now.
Kyrie could be doing ventriloquism. Kinzo could be doing ventriloquism.
Didn't I read that book?
People could be doing ventriloquism with Kinzo's corpse, Weekend at Bernie's.
I think every
Mhm.
magic scene has
Yeah,
has
Natsu,
appeared
he's
so
using
far, it's been
Kinzo's corpse to
ventriloquism,
choke Krauts.
Spider Half Man, you talked over. What was that?
So, sorry, yeah, no, I was just gonna say, yeah, Natsu, he's using Kinzo's corpse to choke Kraus.
No, Katsune, what were you saying?
I was just making a joke that every
Alright.
magic scene we've seen so far is just ventriloquism. Someone like
Yeah,
doing
yeah.
a puppet voiceover. It's like, I'm Gab, yeah.
I'm Gab. Oh yeah, look, she's talking to me right now. I'm Gab. Hello, that's me. Whoa. Anyway.
I do believe in the magic of puppetry.
This cashmere feels really good right now.
That's what Kinzo was studying this whole time. He just got like really good at like puppets and animatronics.
Yeah, he's
He's
really
doing
good.
some like Kermit shit.
I was drinking water. That couldn't have been me.
Ginzo got into Muppets.
Yeah.
He's doing Kermit
Everybody-
shit where like you just believe he's alive even though you see the person puppeting.
Was someone
Maria
trying to
special
talk?
interest in Muppets.
All right. Do we want to move on? Spider Half Man, do you think we talked about your topic enough? Do you want to? Is there anything else you wanted to touch on, or Spider Half Man? Hello.
Oh, no,
Sorry,
Gat-
forgot.
Gat got him.
Hi, yeah. No, yeah, I think we're good. Yeah, I didn't really believe that much in my topic this week. Sorry. So
No, it's interesting. I
You
was
denied it? It's
to
Chinese glass.
to let you know, like I was kind of like putting them on like kind of like ordering them like that, like doing the power scaling thing. But like I think it's also really interesting to like consider how many of these people are actually like people versus like mental mappings of people or and quote unquote like ghosts or something along those lines, like not actually real. I think that's influencing the power scaling, because I think that the humans are actually influencing how much power the witches and demons have, in my opinion, and maybe even the furniture as well. I'm also really curious about what furniture means. Like if there's going to be something done with that, because that's my
I am coming around to your Beatrice isn't counting furniture as humans theory. I'm starting to come around to it, even though I feel like that would be. I wouldn't
think
love that.
The fact that like non-human beings having more power than humans, coming at it from the trauma theory, like sometimes you need to see yourself as more powerful and sometimes you need to see yourself as less powerful to cope with the weird and human situations that you're put into. And there's a weird superposition of is the slave more powerful than the master? Is the master more powerful than the slave, in the like philosophical sense of the master needing the slave to do something, but also being more powerful in the dynamic. I forget the exact philosopher who did that.
Talking about Hegelian dialectic?
Yeah, Hegel.
Yeah, it's interesting of like the idea of power in that situation, because really you would think that furniture is powerless, but they've specifically shown that the people considered furniture actually are very powerful. They're just serving someone, and they're not, serving themselves, which is weird, because it's like, in this situation, wouldn't you not give a fuck and just... Also, why is Kinzo Kinzo taught Shannon and Cannon their abilities, right? Or was that the other guy? I forget his name.
They are his handmade furniture.
Handmade furniture. Interesting.
Yeah, that's what they said about
That's
like
an interesting
Shannon and
phrase.
Cannon. Well, Genji was like not handmade because he was borrowing the power of like a great demon or something.
What we do know about Shannon and Ken's backstory is that they were from the Fukuin house, which is like an orphanage run by Kinzo that like servants come from. Like they serve as servants to the family for a while and then eventually potentially leave or stay on.
I need more info on that. I desperately need more info on that, and I want Goda's backstory. I need to know more about Goda. Like, I am so fascinated by like
Bro, he literally answered like a posting in the newspaper. Poor guy.
Oh, I'm sorry, not Goda. Yeah, Goda. Yeah,
Genji.
I'm getting their names swapped. I need to play more because playing keeps it fresh, but when I take breaks because I get sick. I really, that's the problem here. I just need to stop getting sick. I do. In all seriousness, Goda's probably like one of the more interesting characters, weirdly enough, because like bro was
tired.
But bro just needed money, and like he just like showed up and was like, "Hey guys, oh fuck!"
This shit is just.
I went from working at a hotel. I went from working at a hotel to working for one of the richest families in the country. Oh shit!
Whoops! I poisoned everybody. And now they're seeing anyway. We're still going with like the fucking.
God, the master of the house
theory.
doesn't like me. Oh fuck! He's gonna kill me.
Yeah, exactly. If anyone in this story would piss their pants, it's Goda. Like I think he's already. I think he has pissed his pants.
Honestly,
canonically, Goda has pissed himself.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, it's Goda. You're fine. You're okay. You get a pass. You get
I would too.
You're shitty to children, though. Real weirdly shitty to children.
Oh yeah, well yeah, he was really weirdly shitty. But then when shit went down, you saw like he actually like he was worried about people, and he's like, it's a weird.
He wasn't very brave, but he tried.
Yeah, and that's endearing to me. It's like you're not very brave, but you do what you can, and you tried, and it's okay, dude. It's okay.
Yeah, you make the child girl root around in the corpse.
Yeah.
You make her do it.
Well, she wanted
still
to.
Shitty to children even then.
She was chomping at the bit to do that. She was like ready and rearing to go. And Goda's like, I'm not gonna stop you.
Excuses, are we, Bob?
You make your supervisor do it.
But yeah, Genji is the one I meant. Genji is fascinating, and we have like nothing on him. Genji and Ananjo is also another fascinating character. Like I need more. Kumasawa is kind of interesting, but I think what's that?
Between those three old men, who is puppeting who? Because
I think Kenzo's puppeting Nanjo, if you know what I'm saying.
He needs Nanjo's medical assistance, and also Nanjo is on retainer to be his personal doctor, and Genji is like the head servant with the Hegelian dialectic of who is controlling who between them.
Yeah, I'm interested to keep playing. Anyway, I want to know more. Also, yeah, I should have put that topic in here. Well, they're all AI now. Are Kinzo and Nanjo fucking? That's my topic. Anyway, we can move on to Tal. Did you want to? I don't know. They just seem. Did you see their dynamic in this episode? In this part of this episode, where right before the massacre happens, the way that Nanjo was talking to Kinzo, almost like like a partner, like trying to calm down, their SO. And just being like, honey,
it's a lot more like old man yaoi than I was expecting.
Okay, because it was going to be if I was thinking as anyone's going to be Genji, so it would be Kinzo and Genji.
I mean, it could be both.
I think that's a problematic power dynamic there.
Yeah, I guess that is true.
Kinzo has two hands.
It's funny. I was actually thinking, is there a theoretical first Twilight that leaves it so that there's no two people who are close to tear apart? And the answer, I think, is no, because Kinzo and Genji are close. If you had a first Twilight that knocked out basically half of every close romantic pairing in this country, in this story, you end up you need a space for Kinzo and Genji because those two are close.
Yeah. Not to say that every same-sex relationship is like, oh, they're fucking, but
not to say, but it's the vibe.
There was
It's
subtext there that I was picking up on. That was like, what is it's
Maybe it's been a while, but they definitely have.
Okay.
The very
Okay,
first
for the
scene of
first
the
time
first
I actually
episode.
agree with Automod. Barbasol, why are you just saying necrophilia? Why?
Kinzo is dead, I
Because
guess?
the idea of Kinzo is dead.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, Kinzo is
Kinzo's dead.
1 foot in the graveyard.
Okay, all right, yes, okay. That's fine.
And to remind you, the very
Very
first
important.
the very first scene of the very first episode is Nanjo and Kinzo.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
true.
and
Genji's there.
Genji is
Genji's
also
there.
there. Genji,
Yeah.
Genji,
Yeah.
Genji's watching in the corner. Yeah. Anyway,
Everyone's favorite old
They
man.
take
couple.
turns.
Okay, Tazriel, get in there.
So yeah, we were just talking about the first Twilight, and I wanted to highlight the fact that this is the first time that we're seeing the first Twilight directly in any capacity. All the previous episodes, boards, timelines, we've seen the aftermath of the first Twilight. We've joined the cousins in finding the bodies. This is the first time we're seeing it directly, and I kind of want to. My impression on it, having reading it, is I feel like it may be generally true in the sense that the events that are broadly happening happen most of the time. Like the location seems to change. Like the events might happen in the chapel, or it's where else was the first Twilight? The shed stretches credibility, that from the first episode, but we also had the first Twilight pop up in the cathedral.
Mhm.
Oh, and it was spread out across the mansion in episode 3. That's right.
Yeah, everyone had their own room. Like, yeah, everyone was in their own room, rather.
But going to that, the common point I would think is Kinzo declares that all of the siblings suck, and that Nanjo and/or the siblings convince Kinzo to give the cousins a chance, and Kinzo's like, yeah, okay, I'll give them a chance. Also, it's the first Twilight, and I'm killing a bunch of you. And for the ones where Kinzo dies, it could be that the siblings and/or some of the more free-willed servants are able to mount a defense and turn the fight back against Kinzo. They don't get just caught flat-footed and shocked the way they did this time.
Yeah. It's interesting because while this is happening, do you think someone is on the outside of the doors, like drawing the sigils?
I
you think
feel
they
like
have
the
to?
sigils might be an artifice after the events by the mastermind, Kinzo and/or whoever wins the battle of the first Twilight, and any of their confederates go around painting the sigils to make the point. However, that really works.
Interesting. Yeah, I don't really have anything to add to that one. I think the second one you've got here is fascinating. I think I've got a couple ideas on that one.
So moving on to we've been discussing Gap a few times before, and one of the events of this first Twilight is that she portal teleports the survivors of the first Twilight, or at least the ones that aren't Kinzo and the demons, to the dungeon. So the obvious question is, how did she do that? So as I note in the document, my standing theory is that Curier's idea was they had a fast-acting drug to knock them out before they notice, and then they wake up, but they spent some time kind of saying, well, hey, wait a minute. we waited and waited and waited for Kinzo to show up, and then everything happened, and an instant later, we're in the dungeon. My theory is that they used slow-acting drugs that made them perceive time weird, such that they think a long time passes between the drugs getting administered and when Kinzo shows up, and then it finally takes full effect. They get knocked out, they get dragged to the dungeon, and because their perception of time was messed up, they think that they spent a long time waiting and then teleported, but but something happened much quicker, and the fact that their clocks match with the clocks the cousins have, that's just natural.
Yeah, could it be that Gap, like her name actually means like a gap in knowledge? Like, is there a gap in sort of what like Kyrie like sort of perceives, and she is kind of used to fill in the blanks there, much like how magic is used in general. Maybe that's being a little bit too literal with her name, but I think it's also fascinating. I mean, I you know me, I love drugs. I love the idea of all of these characters being drugged. They're all fucking high as shit, and like, you know, crazy shit is happening. Can you imagine? Like, here's the thing though, and one of the things that I love about the drug theory is that you can actually like see moments where the characters do not like drink like the tea, and it's like suddenly they're more lucid and things make more sense. But then the moment like time passes, or like they're left in that area to like, you know, drink and just like, you know, partake, suddenly like a little bit after, shit goes fucking haywire. I think, and especially considering what Ava said like in the very first fucking episode about poisoning about the silver and poisoning the fucking, you know, tea, I think there's something going on there. I don't know how much it would really affect things, because this is episode 4. We like with my theory, I wouldn't take everything that's happening here super literally, but I think it is useful metaphorically to inform or use us like sort of informatively to inform us about potential things that are happening in the first episode. So like, I do like the idea of the slow acting drugs, and I like the idea of potentially people getting killed with guns, which would, you know, because then people are seeing like the arrows and stuff, and blowing their faces off. Like, the only weapon that makes sense to me that would do something like that is a gun, and we've already seen multiple guns. And how many guns are there?
There's 4 shotguns that we know of.
And how many characters were like blowing people apart? Like in this scene, it was like 3.
3, yeah.
So it's like, I think that makes sense for like all these people have guns, and maybe Kinzo had he had that motherfucking thing on him, but he didn't use it or something. Anyway, yeah, just food for thought. Just thinking about that in terms of like, how would people get actually killed? And it's like, okay, you have a person who's fucked up, like you know, tripping balls, and they're watching someone get their fucking head blown off. So, but I'm still curious about the butterflies. But anyway,
Kinzo pulling out 3 separate sawed-off shotguns to kill his family, explaining which one is which anime buddy girl.
No, dressed up the guns with little rabbit ears, and yeah.
And iPads over one of the
Why not?
Yeah.
God forbid a man have a hobby.
It's true. It's true.
I forbid Kinzo have hobbies specifically. I want to forbid that man from hobbies.
Yeah. Can we just
no, you need to give him hobbies, or else he's going to be worse.
Devices are usually guns.
The word hobby was used, I think, to describe what he was doing
It's
with
creepy
the,
out something.
with the island full of orphans.
Ugh.
So
I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like
hobby.
I don't like that at all.
Person ever. I don't like it either.
When someone considers children their hobby, that's a bunch of red flags that just popped up there.
And yet somehow it would be a step up from Rosa.
Oh, Jesus.
Let's not compare.
Okay, fair
They're
enough.
both bad in different ways.
But yeah, true.
You think Kinzo would do well with puzzles? Maybe that'll fix him.
Just
give him a bunch of jigsaw puzzles.
Give him.
Because I need to play Tetris.
Hey, Kinzo, how's the 1,000-piece puzzle coming?
I mean, the motherfucker hit me every time.
Look, just take the picture that's on the fucking portrait, make it a 1,000-piece puzzle. Problem solved. What problem exactly? I don't know, but surely something will be fixed.
That merch. I feel like the portrait puzzle would be.
Oh yeah, that would be sick. That would be sick.
Oh god. Oh.
Alrighty. Tal, do you think we talked about your topic?
I think so.
A good amount?
One other thing I might highlight real quick is that Gap herself, I think, may also be a reference to a Toho character.
Oh, more Toho. I get it.
Oh, that's who this is in the chat.
Right. I just posted a couple pictures of her.
Oh, you keep saying chat, and I keep looking at Twitch.
Stream chat.
Discord chat.
Yeah. Which of these should I show? I guess the second one or the first one.
I mean, the first one is the art by the original creator, and the second art is by someone who worked on a later game. But this is
probably Zun's art.
Yeah, the first
because
is definitely
they did have a
Zun's
mutual admiration going on. I assume still do.
From this is Yukari, who is a yokai who controls borders, and her gimmick, besides the usual bullet hell that characterizes the game, is also she controls gaps and portals the way that Gap in Umineko does.
You saying she works for Border Patrol? She's a fucking cop?
No.
She maintains the borders between
it's fucked up, man.
Between the land of illusion, Gensokyo, and the real world, which is basically a sanctuary for all the fantasy critters fleeing the modern world.
Gotcha. Mel, this one, I don't know who drew this, but this looks like one of those. Okay, let me show it first. This looks like one of those popsicles of like SpongeBob that is melting.
I think it's beautiful. I think it's beautiful. It's genuine and wonderful, and I love it.
Like a wet animal.
Oh no.
I think Zun is able to convey wonderful emotion.
I mean, yeah, it was
really charming about
Zuns. Yeah, I had a Zun back then. Yeah, it was actually.
Oh, that's
not
the
bad.
artist's name.
I mean,
Z-U-N.
You know, Microsoft didn't. You know, it wasn't that bad. Had a little screen on it for video and stuff.
Let's not get past ourselves here.
Didn't Zun do other way around. Didn't Ryukishi do a Reimu picture sometime? Didn't we show that back in
I think that was episode 2, right?
Higurashi?
Higurashi. Oh, I didn't know about that. I thought you were talking about the Toho like reference with the singing about the chest.
Marisa.
Yeah. Anyway. Okay, so we want to move on to
done. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Katsune
Miku?
Is she here?
Right.
That's right.
Katsune Miku!
Katsune Miku!
Yeah, so I just want to talk about the letters because
that's
something that really stood out for me when I first read it because most of the things we see on the island, the events of 1986 or something like that, are like stuff that could be interpreted in a myriad different ways, but the stuff that we see in the future, 1999 was it? Well, things that I think helps, something like that. I think the events of like the future where Angie is like going around and exploring stuff, it's like helps contextualize what is actually happening on the game board. So I find the inclusion of the letters very interesting and how they like get sent to like all the relatives of the people who were involved in the disaster, or whatever happened on the island, would someone feels like, okay, I'll just go through my points here. So who's sending them? Like, someone has gotten their addresses and is planning this beforehand to send these letters out.
Yep.
And we don't know how they would have been able to do that, I suppose. And it seems to be indicating that it's also like a pre-planned thing, because like in the previous episodes, in the previous theories, that like we kind of assumed that someone took the opportunity to capitalize on this storm and stuff to do this massacre on the island. But now we kind of have like a bit of insight into maybe someone planned something to happen beforehand. Maybe not necessarily the genocide itself, but not necessarily like the killing itself, but something else happened that they planned to happen. And what's like, I guess what people think about this? What do people interpret this as?
Did someone else want to go? I have theories, but I don't want to monopolize.
So I guess I can start that. I believe NJ compared the writing on the envelopes to Beatrice's signature in Maria's diary. So I think it's reasonable to assume that the mastermind, whoever has been playing the role of Beatrice I guess that raises the question of whether the person who has been playing Beatrice to Maria is the same person as the mastermind. It's easy to assume that, but I suppose we don't really know that. And we have seen the one common element of the PIN code that showed up on George's door when he died in the room with Shannon.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't mean I'm any closer to understanding the meaning of the number or why it's used, but we know it's there and we know it's a common point.
Let's see, with that number, and when it came up, I believe we confirmed that it was the same number that was on George's, the door with George and Shannon.
Yeah.
That was in episode 3, so that was the game board where Ava survives to set things to just set stakes.
I still think she survived episode 1, but yeah, definitely, obviously survived episode 3, definitely. Yeah, it's fascinating. It kind of speaks to, well, there's I don't know. I still have the idea that like George and Ava were like connected, and like Ava was trying to do at least some of the murders so that George could like inherit the Ushiramiya name, like the family name and the family like fortune. I think that the whole plan was for him to like succeed, and when he died, like something happened there. Like the plan got thrown out the window. But if we're talking about who's sending them, I still think it's Battler. I still think that that's how he was able to get everyone's addresses as well, because he didn't like they heavily implied that like there's no way that like, you know, Japanese FedEx would like go out and like mail all these things, because it would just doesn't make any sense, or at least it wouldn't have arrived as quickly. I think that someone survived. I think it was Battler, and I think that Battler found the gold potentially and moved quickly to either hide it away, put it in a bank, do something, and then give it to people, because he, you know, I think he in a lot of ways died, and you know, I think that he got completely fucked up. And
forgive me if I'm wrong here, but didn't they say that they were mailed out before everything happened?
Yeah, they were postmarked the day before.
Right?
Yeah. And then they got delivered sometime later.
Maybe it wasn't the official mail that returned to sender them. Maybe it was Battler hand-delivered them and illegally put them in the mailbox, pretending that
Yeah.
it was official mail.
That's what I was thinking. Like you
Email
could
fraud.
email fraud. Battler did email fraud, so he should be in this jail, not me, with this side boob lady. Anyway, no offense. But yeah, that's kind of my thing. I'm kind of in love with that theory, if I'm being honest. And if it's not true, then uninstall. 1 out of 10. But yeah, how Ava fits. Go ahead.
So in that interpretation, do you think that Battler was the one who wrote the letters himself, or do you think someone else wrote a letter sometime before and then Battler delivered it first? Because the letter is said to be the same handwriting as the Beatrice that Maria interacted with at some point.
Is it possible that, like, well, they didn't know the addresses. Also, there was an address that was like missing, I think, because there was like, they were numbered like 1, 2, 3, 4 or something. Anyway, is it possible that like someone tried to mail them out and then they got rejected and sent back, or like Battler maybe intercepted them at some point and then like maybe manipulated them somehow? Also, I'm fully aware that if I'm right and it was Battler, that kind of hints at like the Battler Beatrice theory being real, because if it was Beatrice's handwriting, well, how does that even? If it would be, So okay, who is Beatrice? Let's settle on that first. Do we think it's Maria? Because whose handwriting was it that NJ saw in Maria's journal? Like, how is she able to know that that's definitely Beatrice's handwriting?
I believe it was that Beatrice signed a contract of alliance, the Mariage Sorcière thing.
Yeah.
I believe that was a page in Maria's diary.
Gotcha.
So Beatrice has a signature in Maria's diary that NJ is using as a reference.
Then who was that person? Because that could be Maria. That could be Beatrice. It could be.
I think we know that Vito has like kind of distinct handwriting, because I know they at the end of episode 3 they like granted this was like kind of a gag, but they're like, you're signing in hiragana or something. I forget if it's hiragana or katakana, but she was like signing in like in one of those two, and it's like that's
probably be katakana. Yeah.
Katakana, yeah.
It's like you're signing in katakana. It's like, so it's
well,
like,
because the name Beatrice is like not a Japanese name.
That's true, but it's also like if it's just Beatrice, why not just write it in like English or Italian? I guess.
I believe it also said cursive style as well.
Yeah, it seems like they brought like attention to her handwriting.
Yeah.
So I imagine it's like kind of distinct.
Yeah.
But if it's distinct, that also means it's like kind of easy to fake.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, it's either faked or, yeah, it was. But then again, was it always faked? I mean, if Beatrice, I'm getting a little wacky with it, but like,
Beatrice isn't real, then
then
her handwriting
it was
would always be faked.
Yeah, exactly. So it would always be like maneuvered around to suit whoever wants it. But let's think about the intentions though. Like, this person is giving money to the families of the people affected by the Rokkenjima. What do they call it? The Rokkenjima conspiracy? The Rokkenjima.
Just, I think, incident, right?
The incident.
Yeah. Disaster.
I wanted to say disaster, but it didn't like feel right. But anyway, who would do that? And the first name that comes to my mind is Battler. I think Battler would feel fucking terrible for what happened and that he couldn't do anything to stop it. Like, you know, I think he felt very powerless as the events were going on. But
maybe Beato also felt really bad. You never know.
I mean, yeah.
And they're thinking of Battler as this detective who's becoming disillusioned with his family.
Yeah.
He's like, no, I don't want to give this to Ava, but these poor servants, families who had to be dragged into this even though they weren't Ushiromiya's. And my little sister,
Yeah.
because even though she's an Ushiromiya, she's not like one of the bad ones.
Yeah. It could have also been Kinzo.
6.
You know, kind of precipitate, like, you know, being like, well, it's very likely that a bunch of people are going to get fucked up. But then again, that, yeah, I don't know. It's just the way that the mystery is working. Like, it says to me that maybe Kinzo tried and then it failed and then Battler like intercepted it. But like, I don't, even Kinzo, like, I don't really buy that he would. I don't. Kinzo's kind of a fuck. He's kind of a fucker.
Yeah.
I don't know if he would do something like that. Ava wouldn't do that.
I was gonna say, like,
maybe
even with like the weird, scary nature of the letters, it's like at the end of the day, you are giving money to like survivor or like the surviving family. So it's like that's kind of like a nice, at least a nice thought, if nothing else.
And that's one of the reasons why. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I don't think Kinzo has nice thoughts.
Yeah, no. I think of anyone here, it would most likely be Battler, who is, and think about the way that it's being done. It's like this very like clandestine, like sort of like operation that they've concocted to like have this money be passed on without any connections being like tied. Like, so in that way, it's like someone's hiding themselves. And who would want to do that? The survivor of the Rokujima disaster, Battler. So yeah, that's kind of where my mind's at. Because if it was Ava would just give them the money. Like, she survived. Like, she has the money. She can, you know, but I don't think that's not really an Ava thing to do, you know? Ava's
some Black Femme does
dick.
have a comment in the Twitch chat. Why didn't Ava notice the missing gold?
If they mentioned the money has like a weird, or Nanjo's son said that it felt weird. So that makes me think it's like laundered or maybe counterfeit, and like maybe you just. Granted, it was also just like a weird, a huge sum of money in a drawer, so maybe the vibes are just bad. But I wouldn't be surprised if the money is like fake or dirty in some way.
Yeah, Ava. I think maybe it was a deal Battler made with Ava. I don't know. Yeah, the more I think about it, the more there's some holes.
Battler theory. Both of them keeping their mouths shut and holding each other with mutually assured destruction.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, and Ava would probably go along with whatever Battler wants because Battler's like, I don't want any fucking part of this. Even though he would have a legitimate claim to the inheritance, I would believe. Maybe even he won, and that's the thing that we're going to learn, is that he actually like truly inherited it, but he didn't fucking want it. And so he just let Ava have it. But why would he let Ava have it if Ava was one of the people who was like involved?
Ava is like actively abusing his sister.
I don't know. Needs more information. But yeah, the pin code is fascinating. The pin code is like, what is happening with that? Because that speaks to George. And if that's the pin code, then that would actually say that it's Ava. In my mind.
Yeah, like one interesting thing about the pin code, I think, is that like it only appears in the third game and only for George's death. So that's like something that doesn't happen anywhere else. That's the only time we see this aspect of like this aspect appears in like the actual events of the island itself, in like the actual game itself. So like it's something that I guess stands out. So I'm not sure if people have any opinions on that. What that can mean, what the code means there. Who's it meant for even?
What is the code again?
It's 07151129, I think.
0715211?
Oh, 1129. Because
071511129
is 11th, if not, is 29th of November.
So yeah, that to me says like July 15th. 11/29.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
You,
I remember
you had it
the-
backwards. His birthday's in July.
Oh,
He's the July one. Okay.
11/29 is the birthday of.
Yeah, we don't know
someone
that
I
one.
know.
Yeah.
So that's just
Yeah,
why.
Oh right,
Yeah,
they talked
they were
about it
all
when we were. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, he said we don't know anyone with that birthday.
Yeah.
And Jessica said, I know the birthdays of every servant on this island. I give all of them presents. I don't know who that would be.
When is? Wait, who's the first birthday?
That would be
Battler's.
Battler, yeah.
Is NJ the second one?
No. Jessica said, I know everyone's birthday. I don't know who that is.
But you said
Yeah.
on the island.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
like
but she
Battler
would know.
also.
She would know her cousin's birthday.
NJ.
Well, I
No,
was just
Battler
saying.
says it's
But
not
also
NJ's
her
birthday.
sister's
either.
birthday.
Okay, I was just going off the idea that like you said that it was everyone on the island, and I was playing with the idea of the semantics of that and being like, well, NJ isn't on the island, so. But if that's yes, that totally makes sense. Who could that be then?
Like, it's someone who has a connection to Battler, which is interesting.
Beatrice.
I
And we
think
don't
it's
know who it is.
specified
Right?
that it's not Anjay's birthday as well. I feel like.
Yeah, Battler says it.
Yeah.
And, it
My
does
gut
start with
reaction
07,
is-
so it could be like the full number behind Ryukishi 07.
That's right. It's his own 204 204863. I had to pull that for a second.
Watch it be Beatrice's birthday.
I wouldn't be surprised. I feel like it's Beatrice's birthday.
So who's Beatrice?
I remember the string of numbers when we looked at George's profile after he died.
I know. It's Leon's
said,
birthday.
That's right.
Leon Kennedy.
But after he died,
Kuwata.
it said like
11037?
fucking guy. Yeah.
Sorry, hold on.
No. After he died, I'm trying to remember the exact phrasing, but it's like these numbers open a small golden land or something like that.
Small.
Yeah, a small.
It was either like
golden land.
a piece of the golden land, a small golden land.
Hmm.
It didn't say like mini golden land, but it was like something of like a lesser golden land or something.
Remember, everyone decides the Golden Man is just fine as it is.
This golden land's only like 13 carats instead of 24 carats.
It's not about the size of the golden land; it's how you use it.
How do
Man,
you
it's
use
better
it?
if it's blended anyway. If it's blended, that means it's not so soft, and that means it's like stronger.
Yo, Twergo 11/28 is Twergo's sister's birthday, so we found it out. We figured it out. Although it's
Why
29.
Are you doxing her?
Adler X, the sister.
I don't like that sentence.
Why are you doing this? Why are you doing
No,
this?
no. Fergus' sister, not
Battler cross
Battler's
NJ.
sister.
No.
No. No.
Really
Yeah,
not
so-
making it past the incest allegations right now.
Oh Jesus Christ!
Look, man, these are rich people. It's gonna come up.
That's what I was
The
thinking.
aristocrat.
That's what I was thinking. That's exactly what I thought when I was looking at the family thing. I was like, oh no, oh. Anyway, do we want to move on to more of? So, what is the goal of the person sending them to the relatives of the victims? Oh, we already went to. Katsune, did you want to talk more to this?
No, I think we covered it like adequately well. Just I guess that one additional thing that I guess someone brought it up because I forgot that they described the pin code as opening the door to a small golden land. So what would that mean for like what they have described the golden land as like previously? Because does that mean like the entire account or whatever this is, like the entire bank? What that mean?
So, what does the
does,
golden
like,
land
spark something.
represent?
Since
that-
it does,
Go ahead.
I have an idea. It does open the bank vault that holds like, I don't know, was it 1/10 or 1 something of the total gold? So maybe like the golden land is all of the money and the small golden land that it opens into is like just a fraction of that wealth.
Oh. Huh. Yeah, that I like that actually. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
But I'm also thinking of like the when Shannon and Cannon were talking and how Shannon described the Golden Land as like, what did she describe? It's like a place where more or less like the last place I can think to describe it is like boring heaven, where you're just like you're just perfectly fine.
Yeah.
You don't like
Everyone's
need
equal.
I mean, we
I think
saw
where
it.
no one can be embarrassed of themselves, I think is paraphrasing her.
Yeah.
Which is funny because when
Yeah,
you have
that's-
a fuck ton of money, who cares? So it could be kind of both.
The first
Yeah,
description of it is like a land where, well, the first Shannon Cannon description of it is a land where humans and servants, or humans and furniture, can be equals. And I think most recently in the dungeon, Shannon described it as like, you do not have any wants. I don't know why I'm thinking of like bathroom, but like instead of wishing for a toilet, you just don't have to go in the first place.
See, that to me says it's like the afterlife, like heaven or some like sort of equivalent. But it's all like, and we did kind of see it at the end of episode 3. So it's like, in that way, I think it's like trying to push you toward that conclusion. But I think there is another like interpretation of that, and I think it's closer to what we were just talking about, where it's like, but then again, if you not having to go to the bathroom in the first place, it's like,
do we also know that the vision of the Golden Land as it through the party, I want to say that we said that was the Golden Land, or like the narration was saying that, of like the party at the mansion before Battler was pushed to sign the contract. Like, I want to say we were told, like, this is the Golden Land, you've made it to the Golden Land, this is what it is. It's this fun party with everybody.
The theory of the witches deceiving us, like they are saying this is the Golden Land, they might have been lying.
Yeah, no, I'm sure. But it's like, but if what Shannon's describing is what the Golden Land actually is, that's making me think of when she was like in the afterlife and then George like brought her back.
Yeah.
Where it's like she was, granted we were told like this is just like the land of the dead, this is the afterlife, this is whatever. But it's like, I don't know, like it's very what am I trying to say? It's like Greek hell, I guess, where it's like you're not being tortured, you're just sort of like chilling.
I mean, there's 3 different Greek afterlives, but yeah, there's Asphodel, I believe, is the one you're referring to.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of financial security as like you don't have any problems in the first place.
Yeah.
That makes me think of like that boot metaphor of you don't have to spend as much money to fix your problems because you just start out with the expensive solution that stops more problems from popping up.
Is it possible that it's both? That it's both like sort of an afterlife, which is the bigger Golden Land, and then the smaller one is like, here's a fuck ton of money where you don't really have to want for anything? Because I keep thinking about it in terms of like the idea that, you know, the Golden Land is like, did Kinzo manufacture a situation where he got his whole fucking family killed so that people would remember them for a much longer amount of time, so that they would stick around in the public sort of zeitgeist? Because what was that thing that Ava was talking about in terms of like being a witch and having people like sort of view her as that? It's like, there was something about that like is, oh man, this is one that I need to go back to.
The eternal life as people remembering you.
Yeah. So it's like, is there something? I'm also trying to figure out who the fuck wrote that pin code. Was it George? But that doesn't make any sense, does it? Because he would write the note on the door when he went in to resurrect.
Yeah, the
was told
on the door
by...
makes me think it's the culprit.
Yeah. And if it's a culprit,
Maybe
then
Ava, but like, why her?
Told by Beatrice that he needed to do some sort of ritual to resurrect Shannon. Maybe that ritual had to do with writing numbers?
Yeah. I don't know.
And that would mean that...
Some Black Flame I really like
that
that he doesn't want Beato to be forgotten. I like that a lot. That's a pretty big motivator. That you would like, you are so fucking hopelessly smitten with this dead woman, and as you get older, you don't want people to forget her, so you create this great woman myth to be
the
passed.
first episode is Legend of the Golden Ledge.
Yeah. Is this whole story about the stories we tell each other? Anyway, no, that's lame.
It's about the story about being down bad, so...
The story of like fumbling a beautiful blonde woman so bad that you kill everybody.
Yeah. Fumbled so hard everyone died.
I'd go crazy if I fumbled Beto.
Yeah, the most relatable aspect of the story. Although, yeah, it's also kind of weird when you consider like Kuadorian and anyway. We need more answers on that. I need more info about Kuadorian. And the fact that we're in a jail cell right now that is in Kuadorian is something that I don't think we talked enough about. Like,
that's right.
What? What? Anyway. Like, what
Why is there a dungeon in your
My wife mansion.
girlfriend's house?
Like, what the shit?
I have a dungeon in my wife mansion. What's wrong with that?
Another quote. I think that's the fifth one. I hope these quotes are getting clipped. But anyway, so yeah, a lot of mysteries. I don't know, like that pin code is fascinating, and I think.
What about mine?
One last mystery.
Oh yes.
Last mystery.
I mean, I don't think we have anything to go on.
What was that about in the boat captain's place?
What did she see?
God, you
was
saw
that,
something. What did she see?
A really
Has
expensive
anybody
Pokemon
seen,
card.
The ending of The Shining.
Yes.
Yeah.
You think maybe she saw a photo that was
Oh,
like,
that, yeah, okay.
oh, I was on the island back then too. Or, oh,
I'm Beatrice.
And you.
Do you think it's possible? Was it one of the portraits?
I feel like I got spoiled on what it is, so I'm not going to say anything.
Oh, okay.
Like, whatever she saw made her want to, I guess, get to the bottom of the mystery more, right? So it's something that has to involve the island, I believe.
And that,
Like,
I said it when we were streaming it, like, that screamed Amakusa planted it. So that, you know, NJ would get the itch to like go there and like figure shit out. In my mind. Also the fact that everyone was like, what, do you see that? And she's like, do you see that? And everyone's like, I don't see anything. And it's like the old guy, yeah, that makes sense because he's old and he probably wouldn't be able to see without glasses, or like, you know, which is, you know, has portends an ill fate as a boat captain. But anyway, I digress. And then Amakusa was probably just like, oh, especially his face. I don't know if I should be reading into the avatars, but when it was like, Amakusa, do you see that? And he's like, what
I mean,
what are you talking about?
That smug expression.
He always looks like that, I think.
Like
he does have a permanent smug face.
Perma DreamWorks face. Like,
what I wouldn't give to have like a mysterious smug bodyguard planting little clues that solve my psychological hellscape.
Hey, I can't wait for my boy to fuck with me today. I wonder why. Oh well.
See, that
my
makes me
thinking
think, like,
is that it has to be some kind of artifact of the island, and like the boat captain doesn't see it because it's been there for literal decades now.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And Amakusa doesn't recognize it for what it is, so he probably sees it as like some kind of cabinet of curios or just a pile of stuff in the captain's house that he doesn't grasp the meaning of it, but there's something there that Anjay recognizes immediately.
Yeah.
Like the first thing that came to my mind would be one of the stakes, but that's probably a little too suspicious a thing for the captain to have.
Also,
so it has to be.
If it was a stake, she would have taken it, right? Because whatever it was, she left it there. Yeah.
Maybe it was a well done
we
steak.
know.
For sure.
I don't know that we know what happened afterwards. Like they went on to go to the island, but I don't know that we got a view of how they resolved the of Anjay's reaction to whatever artifact it is.
Yeah. Also, I love how he blew past iCat's dumb joke.
Whatever she saw, it had to blend in enough with a futon shop, which like a bedding store, that it wouldn't stand out to the captain enough. Like, oh yeah, that
it was the entrance to the back rooms.
Gun I have.
That's what it was. It was a little slit in the wall. Yeah.
I know. Don't go in there.
Don't go in there.
Oh, you're looking at my eagle.
What if it? Yeah, it was a gun. What if it was just like? What if it was Kinzo's head? Anyway, yeah, I don't know. I really don't know. My best guess, it had to have been something that she had like sort of knowledge of, but everyone else saw. Like, yeah, I agree with like it's commonplace, or like they had seen it. That it was just there so long that people had just kind of like not really given a shit about it. And to me, that's possibly the portrait of Beatrice or whoever, you know, because we don't really, you know, the portrait keeps fucking changing. I don't buy that shit at all. But why would she freak out like that? Like that, like it would be cool, but it wouldn't be like, oh my fucking God, this changes everything, you know? Unless it was a different portrait.
Do we remember anything that happens like afterwards? Like any notable events that occurred like right after following this discovery? Or...
I'm sorry, do we know any events that happened after this discovery?
Like, NJ was like, oh, this changes like everything. Like, it's like a YouTube thumbnail, right? And then,
yeah.
Like, do we remember like if she did anything afterwards that would have been a result of her knowing this information? Or
I think it just cut. I think it just, stopped.
Yeah, no, just kind of...
hardest cliffhanger.
Yeah,
she just had a big reaction. Everyone went, huh? What's going on? What's going on? And then it ended.
Yeah, and it kind of pissed me off. It was like, what the fuck? You can't just do that shit.
You were going like, no, it better not fucking end. It better not fucking end. And then it ended.
God damn it.
This changes everything. And then it just cuts out.
Fucking hell.
Her head blows up.
You are reading this visual novel in the intended way.
Indeed. All right. If anyone had any other guesses, say them now, or forever hold your whatever. Forever hold your cliffhanger. Yeah, piss. Yes. All right. And with that, we're gonna go ahead and call it for tonight. Thank you everybody for joining. Thank you so much for hanging out. And Jan, thank you for setting everything up and doing all this work. I really appreciate it. And
yeah, the next fucking section's gonna be a bitch to handle. That schedule's crazy, man.
You just
cutting this thing into parts.
The chapters are no longer clean. They are the fuck up, man.
And we're gonna get fucked up.
If I looked at my YouTube playlist correct, the next part is 2.5 hours.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, get excited. Things are already popping off. There's some discussion about like the emotional impact of the upcoming chapters and like being emotionally prepared. So take that for what it's worth.
Oh shit! I put the warnings in.
And we're get ready to get fucked up. All right, y'all. Thank you again.
Emotions.
Warning emotions. Warning emotional. All right, y'all.
Gone emotional?
Oh, no. It's okay. Gap, don't. It's fine. I'm just, I'm a little verklempt. It's fine. You don't have to. You can stay over there. It's fine.
Gap can come over and comfort you.
I'd rather she not.
I don't want Gap's comfort.
If she comes close to me, I just like...
I would.
I'm going to touch flesh. It's just going to happen. like somehow.
Out of my way, gay boy. I'm about to get it.
Gap feels like the
Credit card has been
hairdresser
stolen.
who's like cutting
Get
your
out
hair.
of here, everyone. I can handle her.
Oh
If
my
you're
god.
not gonna play, pass the controller.
Oh my god. All right, we got to end it on that. That's the perfect ending. Thank you everybody for joining again, and yeah, y'all have a great night. Catch y'all later. Bye.
Good
I'm gonna see if I can find a key for his jail cell. See ya.